Yes guys, Gerard from the Euro here. Hope you guys at Paddock are all doing well. Of course, we're here in Lyon for today's game and I am quietly confident for it. I feel that decision making is going to be the big one for us and that's going to determine how many goals we leave here with. But on the other hand, Lyon are no slouches. Cherki is going to be doing his best Bruno Fernandes impression with his crazy output that he's had this season, and Lacazette up top is a more than capable finisher of taking those chances. I'm going United 3-1 and hopefully book our place in a semi-final.
Back again, Pima prediction against Lyon at the stadium. I don't know what to think about tonight. I mean, I don't know what's better than going for 2-0 win United up the way and up the Paddock.
Yes, my people at the Stretford Paddock, big up yourselves. I'm just going to come in for my preview for tonight. I'm going to say 1-1, Man United. Lyon have got some good players. My people in France are telling me Cherki is a proper baller, So hopefully, he doesn't turn up tonight. But United have been linked with him. Yeah, they got a couple of other good players there, Mikatadze. Man, good team. But hopefully we'll beat them. Come on, United.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. My name is Joe and this is the watch-along. It's the Europa League Quarter-Final. Ronaldo Brown's here, J Motty's here. We're all here. Okay?
The most important thing, Joseph, is you're here. You're back and you've brought throwing stars with you.
I've brought a throwing star with me because I won it.
In a competition?
I won it in a competition in Japan.
Oh yeah, you went to Japan, didn't you? How was it?
I went to Japan, it was fantastic. But it doesn't matter how it was.
Right.
Because we're not in Japan now, we're in Lyon.
Yeah.
The French
capital.
Yeah. Forget, who cares?
We got on a ferry with the studio.
Yeah.
We got the studio, we packed it up, we put it on a ferry. We're on the ferry, but we're in customs and we can't get into the stadium. So we're in Lyon.
Yeah. That's it.
United have got a big game coming up. The Europa League Quarter-Final.
This is it, man. This is the season right here, bro.
This is the season, isn't it?
If we lose heavily tonight, the season's over.
Well, let's lose heavily then.
Look what you're laughing at.
Nah, it's true.
Right, if Onana doesn't put his money where his mouth is, we're in big trouble. I'm going to say this though, I feel sorry for Onana.
I think he got caught up in a storm that he didn't even know.
In a political storm?
He didn't know what was going on there.
He was
like that island of penguins seeing the 10% Trump tariff coming.
That's
thinking, I didn't even know I'd done anything wrong. I honestly don't think Onana think he messed up.
It's that one sentence, not even a sentence, that little bit where it says
word
way better. Well, obviously we're way better than them, or whatever he said, way better than them. Which I think he's got everyone's back up a little bit, but I don't know, man. I do feel
he's giving Lyon bulletin board material.
Yes, I know you said this on the preview, and you're right. I just feel the reaction it's been a bit harsh. But then again, I know I've said I feel sorry for him, but he's not exactly back down, has he?
No, but at that point though,
he's
got in there. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And also, I like Matic. He was good for United. He's a great player. He was a great player before he came to United, and was kind of less than that at United.
Yeah, he wasn't as good as he was at Chelsea.
He wasn't the Benfica and Chelsea Matic.
He was okay. He was an okay servant, but I think we wanted him to be better. We expected him to be better than he actually was.
And also, let's be honest, if he had been the Matic at Chelsea, he might have won a trophy at United. That might have been the difference to get something rather than not winning anything. So, I'm not saying Onana's the only reason we've won the FA Cup and the Carabao since he got here, but he has won those trophies. And I think that
he's won one of them, hasn't he?
Oh, so he wasn't there for the Carabao.
But he did say trophies in his thing.
Was he not there for the Carabao?
Nah, it was David De Gea, wasn't it?
No. Was it?
David De Gea won the Carabao Cup.
I was at the game and I can't remember that. But he won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
And obviously we didn't win anything for 5 years, and then Matic leaves and we win 2 trophies in back-to-back seasons. Obviously those things aren't one and the same. But I just think the whole thing is like, if you look at the full quote, like you said, he's clearly not trying to be a knobhead.
No, I don't think he is.
He's saying what is essentially a boring, media-trained answer of like, you can't take any game for granted, they're a good side, but I think we're better than them and we should win. And then, like you said, he kind of like goes back around a second time and says, we're way better than them. But I just think,
it's like Ronnie said, though, isn't it? It's like a little bit of a thing where you can go, right, look at what he's saying about us. Look at this.
Yeah.
Arrogance.
Oh, if Michael Jordan's in the dressing room, we're fucked.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they've got a Michael Jordan.
Well, Melissa already did report that it was a topic of conversation in the Lyon dressing room. Like, it has obviously got into him. But the thing is, are we in their heads rent free? Are they going to be over emotional?
Yeah.
Is Matic going to be a little bit trying to prove a point too much? Or the worst possible scenario, as me and Jay were saying before we got on camera, was Matic just puts in some sort of all-timer performance and possibly even scores. We said, what are the chances of Lyon getting a penalty and they giving it to Matic?
Go on,
If Matic hits a shot from 20 yards out, Onana better fucking save it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a disaster.
He can't Morgan Gibbs White.
What about attacking corners? If Matic is in there,
Do
you reckon he goes and stands on the keeper?
He might do, but Matic, did he ever? He never felt like he was a big threat from set pieces for us. Is he like?
He was a
big
bit
threat from set
underwhelming, money
pieces?
Matic. To be fair, he was all right at United, but I remember like was it his first game at Old Trafford when we got him, and he was like a proper leader. He was talking to all his teammates. He was good stuff, and I was like, you know what, this is what we've lacked, and obviously he'd done well at Chelsea, and he was 29, I think, when we got him, or 28, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then we never really saw that consistently.
No.
We saw it in fits and starts, and there was the spell, I think, when Bruno came in, I want to say, was it him, Pogba and Bruno in midfield, I think, that did well. But then we did that silly thing of him having a good spell, and we give him a new deal.
We gave him a 3-year deal.
Yeah, when he was like 30 or whatever, and you're like, well, that was a bit daft.
Was that under Mourinho?
No, I think it was Joe.
I think it was Ole.
Solskjaer.
I think it was Ole, that, bro. And because I remember he came on against City in the Carabao when we were getting battered, and he just steadied the game.
Yeah.
He
still does have that. But speaking of coming
next
on,
thing you know, he gets a fucking deal.
Speaking of coming on, he is on the bench for Lyon tonight, by the way.
Stop it.
Which makes me feel a bit more relaxed. Let's get into the team who's completed though. Let's
They'll
get into
bring
the
him on
United
when
team
they're
to
like
start with.
3-0 up to start having shots and that.
I've not seen a Lyon team yet.
No, well, I ain't seen the United team either. So let's get into this then. We've got Onana, Mazraoui, Maguire and Euro. Then we've got Dalot, Casemiro, Ugarte and Dorgu. We're liking that Ugarte Casemiro at the minute, isn't it? The dog field, as Carl Anker described it as.
Isn't this my team?
It's not your team, it's Man United's team. And then we've got Fernandes, Garnacho and Hland. Is this what you predicted in the preview?
No, it wasn't his team until he saw me choose Casemiro.
I forgot about Casemiro.
Changed it.
And I apologise for forgetting. And then I changed it to this.
But
I changed it to this before we recorded, by the way.
It still blemishes you.
But I still got it right.
Marcus in the comments.
Because it's predicted. And I'm pretty sure that I predicted this team.
Says garbage 11.
Because someone said to me, someone in the comments on our preview run, he said, if we go with Jay's team, we'll get hammered.
Do you know what's hilarious?
What would everyone do different? What would you even pick?
That's the funny bit, Joe. Whenever you do predicted 11 for these games, whether you put it on Twitter, or you put it on Instagram, or you put it on here, someone always has something negative to say. Garbage 11. Yeah. So you know what would happen if you was to say, put your starting 17 players at Manchester United.
Yeah.
You just basically put the squad, and we'll be like garbage 17. Garbage 17.
That's what they're being it.
So they say
of
garbage 11, but they won't give you like an opinion
or better alternative. Bruno shouldn't be captain. All right, then who should?
Yeah,
you have to have one.
Exactly.
It's that whole line. Whenever anyone used to say Bruno shouldn't be captain, you would literally just reply with who should, and they wouldn't have an answer.
Because what happens is you do an 11, someone will say it's garbage, they'll do a slightly different 11 with like one or two players change, and it still arguably looks garbage. But
and they're saying, no, mine's way better, yours is shit. Let's just do the subs as well. Because United have actually got a lot of subs today.
I think you let your head dictate your 11. You let it.
Who did you have?
He had Xerxes in there.
Okay, well Xerxes on the bench.
I kind of get, but I don't think the manager. I didn't expect the managers to do that.
I'll go backwards through the bench. So we've got Xerxes, Mount, Morehouse, Mainu, Ericsson, Shaw, Lindelof, Kukonki, Camerson, Amas, Heaton, and Bayindir.
Good to see Jack Morehouse in there, by the way. Finn was waxing lyrical again about him and says he does like him. He says he thinks he can play essentially as one of them. I think he said he could be like an 8, but maybe even a bit further up the pitch. But we'll see how it fits. He said he carries the ball well, so I think he's actually said he could even play in one of those 10 roles. Yeah. But he says he carries the ball really well.
There's a lot of talking points here, and we haven't really spoken much. Like we've chatted over WhatsApp and the odd call here and there, but obviously I've been away for nearly 3 weeks.
Me and Money held the fort while you were away. Don't worry about it.
This year we went away 3 weeks. Obviously long holiday. Thank you. United played twice in that time. Drew one, lost one. I was looking back last year when I went away for quite a while, nearly 5 weeks. Bloody hell, pushing it.
What?
Unbelievable, isn't it? United
5 weeks he went away.
Went for 5 weeks. Yeah. Man United didn't win a game in 90 minutes. The only game that we won was the Coventry FA Cup game.
That was
the
worst way to win a semi-final in the history of football.
3-0 up against the team.
My son was crying at one point.
Yeah.
Well, basically being half a toe away from being knocked out by Coventry.
We were already down the stairs after that when that goal went in. My lad was crying. We'd had enough. And then everyone started saying, "No, it's been disallowed." And I was half a man just to leave anyway because I thought we'll just probably end up getting.
That would have been one of the worst capitulations in Manchester United history for me.
I think it would be number one, surely.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That can't have happened.
3-0 up to a Championship side and then losing
in a semi-final.
Simply, we can't have had anything.
A capitulation like that. The word you use there as well. Yeah, I think you're right.
It's fucking the margins,
that
isn't it?
Been crazy.
Going from the worst capitulation in Manchester United history
to winning the FA Cup.
To actually winning the FA Cup.
That day, that FA Cup final was one of the best days I've ever had as a Red.
Yeah.
It was so
It was
good.
Amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
It was just joyous.
Yeah, it was. On the bench as well then, so obviously we've got Cherki, which would have been an option. We've got Mount as well. Good to see him back the other day. Still finding his feet. Speaking of finding his feet, Luke Shaw is back. Kobbie Mainoo is back.
Yeah.
And who else is in there that's not been in for a while? I feel like Heaton and Binder, we haven't seen them for a bit. But
where are they both come back together?
Yeah.
Like they're a partnership.
When there's a little trip to the south of France, all of a sudden, Tom Heaton turns up. But yeah, it's good to see Kobbie Mainoo back, obviously. And I think one of the few players who can play in a couple of different positions as well. Speaking of players, I want to talk about Garnacho, because I know we did a few videos on him on the channel. The City game, and just recently, obviously, I think a lot of people have been getting frustrated with him.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Go on, Ronnie. What are you going to say?
Are you talking about the video that Jay did defending, basically saying leave Garnacho alone because he took a picture of me and my son?
No, I didn't mention that he took a picture of me and my son, but that's a good point. I'm gutted I forgot that, because that would have been the thumbnail.
You should have mentioned
I can't believe you didn't mention that. The amount of times Jay said that to me upstairs.
I know. Do you know what though? I am that guy, right? It matters to me, that kind of thing. But regardless of whether he took a picture of me, I was watching United in the derby, right? And I know that Garnacho is flawed, right? In the final third, his decision making is abysmal. Yeah, I'm not saying it isn't, but the short and long of it is, we're a worse side without him. He's the only one I'm seeing at times running with the ball, trying to make things happen. Like, at least looks like the kind of player that should be playing for Manchester United. Now, I know he has to improve. I still think he can improve. I don't think he's the finished article. I know a lot of people disagree and think he's 20. He's been in the team for 3 years. He's been in 2 years. He's been in the dysfunctional Manchester United team. There are flaws there, but also I think he's not exactly surrounded by a vintage team himself, and at least he looks up for it. Yeah. And there's been games where we've needed a bit of that from him, and it's helped. There's just not been enough of him.
I think when I was at the Arsenal game, obviously I don't go to as many games as you do, being here and doing.
You take one for the team, don't you? That's why we let you have 5 weeks off now and again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because I do the watch-alongs. But he's, and you can see it on TV as well. You don't have to be at the game, but you see it more in person when you can watch everything at once when you want. He is one of the few people that every time he gets the ball tries to do something.
Yeah.
And there are times and spells in games where Ahmad does it as well, and we miss that when he's not playing. Bruno does it and we miss it when he's not playing. Some people get the ball, or too often players will get the ball and nothing happens. And they're not trying to drive forward, and they're not trying to take on their man or have a shot. It's like a lot of players are too happy for the game to just exist. Garnacho forces it. The problem is, are there other players in the world, or could another player force it with greater success more often? You know, we were talking about PSG before we went live. When you look at their front line, you look at Kvaratskhelia, who is just mesmerising. Dembele, who's gone up a notch. What's he got, like 25 goals since the turn of 2025? You look at Desiree Doué as well. Obviously, you've been a big fan of for a while. Barcola as well. Barcola, yeah. All of them are dangerous, aggressive, front foot, going at their man kind of players. But they can also score 25 goals a season. So Garnacho at the moment works, and I agree with you. Without him, sometimes it's like, well, who's actually trying to do anything here? But it is still frustrating when you watch him get in good positions and do the wrong thing, or almost gets in a good position, but then cuts inside and smacks it instead, or overruns it. Or what? I can see why people are frustrated with it.
Yeah, I'm not ignoring that, and you'd have to be off your head to think that his final product is good enough. I don't know. I've not given up on him. That's the short and long of it. Yeah, I think there's a player there.
Have you given up on him, Ronnie?
I wouldn't say giving up on him. when I criticise him, it's not because he's terrible at football. He's bad at football. He played 130 games for United as a 19, 20-year-old. Can't do that without having talent, which obviously he does have. It's just about whether he's good enough for what the level that the Premier League is now, especially when it comes to forwards and wide area, the physicality required, the clinical, the clinicalness, which isn't a word by the way, but just sounds good.
It does clinicalness.
But do you know both? That's not a word either.
No.
I checked this, but
really?
But anyway, yeah.
Is there not a word to describe what you're trying to say then? The amount of just how clinical someone is.
It's just maybe ruthlessness.
Say clinicality. Say clinicalness. Words are just ways to describe what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
get it?
It's true. It's true. It's true.
Just say it and it works.
It's true. But all right, I'll put it this way. I think he can improve, obviously, because I think he's got so much to improve on in general. I think he's got some redeemable traits to his game. I think he's always lively. He's got a good engine. He's one of those that from minute 1 to minute 90, he'll make runs. Doesn't seem to tire. He has a bit of that goldfish mentality as well, where he'll at least try again and again and again. But if I'm being realistic, I don't see the elite talent that a lot of other people do. And I think if you're talking about whether he's replaceable or not, I think he is very, very replaceable. And that's what I'm trying to basically get into the heads of people. I feel like there's so many wingers in the world that you could probably find that could give you more than what Garnacho's give you this season, if I'm honest with you. And I don't think that's an outlandish statement to say. So I think
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go on, finish you.
No.
I thought you were sorry. I thought you finished, but I want to see where you're at with him.
I'm also of the opinion of like if Napoli come in with a big bid like they may well do, or they were keen on in January, I do think that we've probably seen enough of him to know not the level he could potentially get to, but I think that at the moment he's not right for what we need, and he doesn't seem to be improving in the way I would hope he would. If you go back and look at Garnacho from 2 years ago, I see almost the exact same player, and I think like the guy that broke through and looked dangerous but a little bit careless and a little bit his decision making wasn't quite there. Has there been any development from that player? I'm not sure there has, or certainly not enough. And you look at top players, and not everyone has to be a top player, but you look at the top players that United have had, the top youngsters that United have had, they do improve noticeably season in, season out. They do get a lot better. And usually that comes with playing time and experience, not just age. And he's got a lot of playing time and a lot of experience, and he doesn't seem to be improving the way you would want him to. That would be my worry. And I think if he looked different, or he's from a different country, I don't think anyone would be looking at. I think he's helped by the fact that he's got this sort of Ronaldo connection. He kind of looks cool. He looks a certain way. He's a cool guy. He scored obviously some sensational goals, which adds value. But like Ronnie said, if you look at the raw numbers and what he brings, other than being like really willing and keen, I'm not seeing enough talent at the minute. And
the sad thing for me with Garnacho is he's another player that you can file under. We could have done a lot better with. Like, what's he played? 130 games.
I think it's like 130.
There was a time under
138 games or something.
Yeah, and we've said it so many times where he's been out of form. He's not been putting up numbers, but he plays every week anyway because there's no one else. Yeah. And it's like a touch of the anti-Langers when he was playing every week, even though his form had left him. Well, you think at the time, like maybe if he'd have been used more of a sub, we wouldn't be having these conversations because there was a time when he was coming off the bench and absolutely annihilating teams. I remember him against City, I was going about it because it was a fantastic performance. But the trouble is he's just thrown in, week out, even when he's not getting any numbers, he's not gelling with his teammates, he's still a youngster, and then that's now at a point where most people, and the vast majority of Reds I speak to, give up with him. And I get it, I still think we could get a tune out of him.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's definitely the sort of player, he will go somewhere else and look mint.
Yeah.
And everyone's going to go, oh, I can't believe it, look how good he's doing for Napoli, or,
somebody linking up.
Yeah, or, wherever he ends up at. Oh, he's smashing it for Real Sociedad, or, I don't know.
Yeah,
I think the issue is
he's talented.
I think it's not just about his game. No, I think that's rubbed people along the wrong way about him. Is people think that confidence obviously as a forward and attacker can be a good thing, but if it oversteps to in terms of like being a bit egotistical or being a little bit cocky, and then it almost represents itself as an inability to kind of like take on instruction and development and pass to people and become more of a team player, and instead of this lust for like glory and goals and stardom almost. I think that side of it's what's got people a little bit worried about whether that's kind of been a part of what's kind of stumped his progression. And because he got a lot of plaudits, a lot of accolades, and a lot of people blowing smoke up his arse basically very early, saying that telling him he's the next Cristiano Ronaldo, the next CR7. He'll be hearing all this, by the way. Do you know what I mean? And then sometimes it can lead itself to go the wrong way for you. Obviously, development isn't always linear, but there's no guarantee that he'll hit these heights that we want him to, but there's no guarantee that he won't either. But you just got to wait and see. That's what it's a gamble.
And the problem with Garnacho, or the problem for Garnacho, it's not a problem with him, is, like you said, Jay, there's a couple of things. One, that the team he's brought into isn't very good. No. So that's not fun. That's not good. And look at Anthony Elanga, for instance, similar situation, obviously different players, but if you just look at the broad stroke of bring Anthony Elanga through in 2008, he probably looks a lot better, plays a lot more games and stays at United and is more successful than bringing him through in 2021 or whenever it was. It was never going to work out. But the other thing with Garnacho is he almost thinks it's his job to like put the team on his back and win us the game. Yeah. Like he plays like it's like, right, I'm gonna fix this problem. And Bruno does it sometimes and it's frustrating, but he's world class. Yeah. And Garnacho sometimes you think you're just doing the wrong thing here.
No, against Forest it was very prevalent.
Yeah, the Forest one was a big one for that.
And I get listen, I'm not deluded. I get why people are frustrated. I get frustrated with him. I get really annoyed with him, and there's definitely an issue with him and Rasmus Hojlund as well. He just seems reluctant. And even though at one point it looked like there was an issue with him and Patrick Dorgu. What passed to him, which I don't know what that was about.
I think that's just what Garnacho is like. Yeah, he doesn't pass enough. And he looks better on the right because he has to pass.
I do get the frustration. That's what Steve was saying the other day. Garnacho on the right is much better. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit naive, but I think there is a bit more to come from him, and maybe in a better team. A better United team, I mean, not a better other team. He could do something
and
for us.
Hopefully he could. And I don't like judging people on bad form because I think it can bite you in the arse, and it's you're not getting a representation of who they are. But I do think it's been long enough at the moment with Garnacho, and it's not impossible. You can turn things around. But his career's only this long, and for this much of it, it's been a bit.
Yeah, I get it. When you say 130 games, you can't say, well, he's not had a big enough sample size. It's just. It's a weird situation with Garnacho as well. Because he's 20 and he's played 130 games for Manchester United. That's not.
It's like 138.
138. That's quite rare.
Every single game. Yeah, as
well, so for a youngster to play that many games.
Yeah.
We've got a few super chats. James Stewart says, "Joe, you beautiful man, welcome back." Thank you very much, James. Alex Jose says, "Paul Shoes." Which is a classic at this point. Jason McAvoy says, that's a good point. What time are Newcastle playing tonight, Ethan? You had your day off today, have you? Still celebrating the cup win. Unbelievable. So, were you happy that it was only shitty little Liverpool to stop you this time rather than the mighty Manchester United? It's alright, wasn't it? Callum Ridings says, went to Japan, embraced the culture and battered Godzilla. Now you're back. Can you ask Ethan if they're playing tonight? Can't remember. Paul Shoes. He got it all in one. He's done the lot.
He made the most.
That is like a Frank Bruno tweet.
Yeah, for
everything is in there.
For $4.99, Callum, you have literally squeezed every bit of juice out of that super chat. Ethan, I'll ask you again because it's Callum. Not Ethan. And Newcastle playing tonight.
We've got a Champions League push.
You got a Champions League push. What, are you doing that now, are you? Preparing for
this is a Champions League push for us today.
Yeah, this is ours, push. Mate. If we win this.
Yeah.
Champions League football.
Back in the big time, bitch. Mr. Creed MC, sorry about that. It says 50 to 60 million. 50 to 60 million.
I apologise straight after.
No, yeah. I've got to let the cool air.
Say it with your chest, mate.
Yeah, sorry. Bitch. 50 to 60 million gets you a Delap and half of the funds for Acuna. No brainer in my eyes. We're talking about these like the fish at a market.
Listen, if that was to happen, then I'd probably be changing my tune.
You'd eat your words.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to go on with United. And the one, I don't know what you say, it's against all for Garnacho. He's a saleable asset. We haven't got many. all the other players that we're talking about getting rid of, like maybe Casemiro doesn't stick around, maybe Lindelof doesn't stick around. Obviously, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and
Jadon Sancho will be here.
Fine, yeah, that's what I mean. There's not many that are going to fetch anywhere near the money that Garnacho is, so I do get that argument.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if there's still talks of 50, 60 million, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's
a hell of a lot. FPL Mickle says Bodo Glimt needs a shout out. Up by 2 now. Hope we face them. Well, let's have a look at some of the other scores, because there have been, with it being the Europa League, because it's the best competition, they like to spread it across the day.
Yeah.
Whereas the Champions League, we'll play all the games at 8. Because no one cares. Whereas this one, we need from 5:30 till 10. Bodo Glimt 2-0 up against Lazio. Lazio, of course, being one of the favourites for the competition. In the other competition, Chelsea 3-0 up against Legia Warsaw.
Pathetic.
Boring. Sancho with 2 assists in that one.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, that's good.
They'll keep him.
Yeah.
They'll keep him.
They need to remember that.
Yeah, they do. Hang on a sec.
What? What's
1-0,
wrong?
2-0, 2-0. What? I don't understand why it says it's 3-0, but they've written 4 goals down. Am I an idiot? 1 goal, 2 goal, 3 goal, 4 goal, 3-0. Live score having a nightmare there, aren't they? Interesting indeed. So they're 3-0 up.
1 deal.
Yeah, they've got a little 2-for-1 deal. So in the other games then, we've got Rangers versus Atletico Bilbao. Bilbao, one of the big favourites for the competition. I think us and Bilbao are the favourites on this side. And over on the other side, you've got Eintracht Frankfurt versus Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously, both of those teams capable of winning it. Tottenham in particular, probably the best team on that side. But you don't even know what Tottenham are.
No, they're like us, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're a weird team.
Are they going to sack him or what?
I don't know. He's in a funny position. If he wins the Europa, they'll love him. 'Cause it's a trophy and they never win them. But I don't know. They're still below us in the table, Spurs. They're struggling, aren't they?
They're doing shit.
He's got to win this.
And he's
really,
not
to have any
arguing
chance
with
of being
his
there
own
next
fans and stuff
season.
now.
Yeah.
What's he doing that for? Putting his cup in his ear to the fans or whatever it was?
He's a strange guy, isn't he, Ange?
Yeah, he is.
But people love him because he calls everyone mate. And he played attacking football when he had 9 men against Chelsea, so it's all good.
That is pretty good. Isn't it? And when you're Tottenham, let's be honest, what else are you watching for? Do you know what I mean? Would you rather win no trophies playing attacking football or win no trophies playing defensive football? You'd rather win none of them playing attacking football, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but
You made being a Tottenham fan sound so sad.
Yeah, it is. It's the most sad existence.
The weird thing about Spurs though is they could have and probably should have won trophies.
Yeah.
Over like the last
they were so
7
close.
years.
They were so close to winning the Champions League before Arsenal.
When we talk about attacking football, by the way, this isn't just like my opinion. They've scored more goals than anyone in the Premier League except Liverpool.
Yeah.
They've literally scored 58 goals this season, more than everyone except Liverpool. They're 14th. It's a right laugh.
They must have.
They've got
is it though? Is it a right laugh when you get it?
They must concede a lot then, innit?
Yeah.
What's the
But you're losing every game 4-3.
Well, yeah, they've conceded more than most. But
Didn't even like Leicester beat them.
Let me go through this. This is hang on a sec. Only City, Chelsea, Forest, Arsenal, Liverpool have got a better goal difference than them. Right. So it's not just like they score 50, they concede 90. They've got a plus 13 goal difference, which is only bettered by anyone in the top 6, and they've scored the second most goals in the league. How the fuck are they 14th? That's actually mental. Do you know I always talk about goals to points ratio? Yeah. You normally get about 1 point per goal, and that carries. Fulham 47-48. Everyone does it. Newcastle have scored 52 goals, 53 points. Chelsea 54 goals, 53 points, etc., etc. Even Liverpool, they've scored 72, they've got 73 points. Typically, you get 1 point per goal. Tottenham have scored 58 goals, they've got 37 points. That is genuinely mental. Like United have scored 37, 38 points. It's a pretty good indicator.
Yeah.
The fact that they've only got 37 points from 58 goals is absolutely mental.
It is.
It's a right laugh. Anyway, so that's on the other side. We'll bring you all the scores as they go in, all the goals as they go in, I should say. Would you rather play, let's say United could win tonight.
Right.
Would you rather Rangers did a bit of a giant killing? I know they're not a huge giant, Athletic Bilbao, but they're a good team. Would you rather they upset the odds and we had to play Rangers in the semi-final? Or would you rather Athletic Bilbao kind of won and we had to play them?
Would you prefer?
I'd rather play Rangers. I hate Rangers as well.
Yeah, but then it would be worse if we lost to him.
I think we can beat Rangers. What about you?
I'd rather play Rangers.
Yeah.
I know it was a bit of an awkward struggle against them at home, but I thought they were. I
struggled to celebrate properly.
Why?
Because
bad legs.
Embarrassed.
Oh yeah.
Was it Maguire winner?
Something like that. But it went off in our stand. There was Rangers fans in our stand. And then when it was all getting like people face to face, then United scored, so then everyone just started hitting him.
Do you know what? Do you know the Rangers stuff? There's sometimes certain things in life where you get reminded that like if people want to do stuff, they just can do it. Because like leading up to that game, everyone was saying there's going to be loads of Rangers fans in the home end. Like they've sold, like there's loads of them turning up. It's going to be a nightmare. There's going to be loads in the home end, and everyone knew it was going to happen. And then it just did. Yeah. Like
they could get him though. People were trying to blame like United fans for it, saying, "Oh, United fans all sold their tickets, Rangers fans and all that." But you could get it through hospitality. We had me and Steve on 58 talking about it the other day. Like, if you went on hospitality, you could get tickets like together. From Rangers websites were like fan sites were showing that.
What in the non-hospitality sections? Or it had to be in
like there was a hospitality package where you get a load of tickets.
Oh really? But they were just normal tickets?
Yeah, they were just access to anyone. So you could get like 4 or 5 tickets together. So obviously if you're like 20 of you all do that, you can all end up sitting in the same block together. Obviously certain blocks didn't have that opportunity, but others did. So you had like blocks where you had a lot of Rangers fans all sat together.
Yeah. And
it all went off. And we should know, like, I know people who are not from like round there or a bit younger than me probably don't care, but 2008 won the Champions League and Premier League, right? And the 99 parade was fucking ace. We're all looking forward to a nice parade in 2008 after Moscow. And what happens? Rangers come here for the UEFA Cup final, whatever it was, lose the final, smash the fuck out of the city centre. So then GMP go, right, you're not having a parade, United fans.
That's such a weird thing to do as well.
Yeah.
Because not only, obviously, it wasn't United fans, so the whole thing is irrelevant. But they smashed it up, mostly because they lost.
Yeah.
We're here to celebrate.
Exactly, and
it's such a bizarre thing.
Of like,
and there was also, there was also a little bit, and people, we've spoke about this on the channel before, but like the amount that the world was just sort of used to and sick of United winning everything. I honestly think if City had won, somehow they'd done the same double that year. I know, let's say they'd done it. They would have got.
Well, it's funny when City had the FA Cup, all of a sudden, and parades are allowed again.
Yeah.
And then, you can both have a parade because I think City won the FA Cup, and then they had a parade. And a year later, we won the title. and We had a parade. It was like, parades are back on.
Parades are back on now because City's won it. It is ridiculous that. Anyway, Kesto says, "Mark my words." Garnacho is only a Dan James 2.0, very similar in style, good at running with the ball, but rarely beats a man when needed and can't decide. FPL Mickle, I'll say that one, about them being 2-0 up. Cameron S says, I'm in Manchester from the United States with my parents in May for the West Ham game. That Sunday is Mother's Sunday in the US. What's a good steakhouse near the city centre? Yes! Getting your mum full of steak and that before the big game. Sorry, Ronnie. Sorry. Just taking her out, fucking little bit of peppercorn sauce, a little bit of onion ring.
Sorry, Cameron.
Give her a rib.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
But that's
Cameron
a
does not have Cameron's mum's ribs.
Yeah. Bandied around this channel willy-nilly.
What have you got against ribs?
I love ribs, actually.
They're
one of the most they're underappreciated in the UK.
I do like ribs.
They're unbelievable, and no one does them well. Anyway, what's a good steakhouse? Obviously, Flatiron is fantastic and it's cheap. You can get a steak for like 12, 13 quid in there, which that's half the price of anywhere
Where
else.
is it?
It's on Deansgate.
Right.
Also on Deansgate, if you want to go big spender, people really like Hawksmoor. Which if you're from the United States, you won't have been to a Hawksmoor. There's a few of them around the country, but it's very sort of high-end steak.
What
place.
About instead
Hawksmoor.
of taking it for a steak, you take it for a steak bake?
Grebs.
At Greg's.
Take her down to.
I think that's culturally appropriate. I reckon.
Yeah, that's cultural appropriation.
It is. If you're in Manchester, forget about steak. You get a steak in the United States. Yeah. Take her to Greg's, get her a steak bake. It's a Mother's Day she'll remember.
Yeah, exactly. And if she's
it's only about £1.30.
Yeah, exactly. And some steak bakes. For instance, the Greg's.
Some steak bakes will be false.
Some mothers do have them. No, certain Greg's that you take away Greg's near the train station, etc. Take her to the Arndale Treat her to the sit-down Greg's experience. Because there's a couple of tables in the unit itself. If you stay for more than 20, 30 minutes, you get that unmistakable smell of pastry through all of the weft of any jacket that you're wearing. You can't let that smell out for weeks. So if you want your mother to smell like Greg, Arndale's your man.
With the also the added chance of one or two people stumbling worse for wear.
Yeah, of course. And
I
also,
would love
there's a
it
tasty pizza just around the corner.
If Cameron takes his mum, right, to Greg's in the Arndale, he needs to put that on socials. He needs to send it to us, the pictures.
And also, Cameron, and I mean this
meal.
respectfully, Darkest Earth is on something here. Ben Brazil is fantastic for steak and meat in general. If your mum loves scoffing endless amounts of meat, you've got...
This is like uncensored all over.
You've got Ben Brazil as an option, and if you, again, Ben Brazil is like your mid-tier.
I'm struggling with this because this is live.
Very good. If you want to spend 50 quid per person, which is a lot, Fazenda.
Oh, wow.
Fazenda is unreal.
Is that for like a premium?
It's a bit more bougie.
Premium meat in the mouth.
Premium meat in the mouth experience. Fantastic though. Anyway, right. We've got 20 minutes till kick-off. There's a lot to talk about. Okay.
Yeah.
Plenty to talk about. Jay's checking his stocks.
Sorry, someone who's ringing me. His mate is Lyon, and he's ringing me now. I don't know what he's ringing me for.
Is he in Lyon?
Yeah.
Ask him how it is.
All right.
See how it's going.
Not very good, apparently.
Why?
I think there's a bit of trouble.
Is it kicking off?
Hello?
Is it?
What's happening?
FaceTime
I'm live on the channel. What's going on?
Is it kicking off and that?
Oh, right, okay. Do it later after the game. All right, you okay?
What's the atmosphere like?
All right, top man. See you in a bit. Bye. Oh, they were FaceTiming me.
What was he saying?
Oh,
how is it in Lyon?
He didn't say.
You meant to get a report.
Two of my mates are over there, and they were just FaceTiming me. Oh. Sorry.
I thought you'd get like a little, how's it going in Lyon?
You got a message?
I've got a message. I've got a text. What is this, little X on the beach?
Yeah.
I
got a text.
Love
Right,
Island, not
this?
X on the beach.
Oh yeah, it is kicking off in that apparently. Organisation from the local government is a shambles. So here we go. They've been made to go to a Eurexpo conference centre on the outskirts of the historic centre of Lyon. All right, Lyon Tourism Board, to catch shuttle buses to the Grandpa Stadium, whatever it's called, for tonight's quarter-final first-leg tie. Massive queues outside the stadium now with thousands not in the ground yet. I mean, admittedly, it is half an hour before kick-off, so you'd expect a few people not to be in just yet. But I think with the away fans, you obviously want people in. Why does this happen? Because every stadium has away fans every week, and yet it only seems like European games where this happens. Is it because it's more likely to kick off? Fans coming in from another country, you're more likely to boot off. They think United fans are going to kick off or what? Because this business park that the United fans have had to go to is nearly 7 miles from the stadium. And everyone's had to go there and then get a shuttle bus to the stadium.
Yeah.
And now there's massive queues.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a nightmare. I like to do my own thing a lot of the time. And not do many aways nowadays, but I've been to a few. Yeah, it's always just problematic, innit? And they do treat you like dirt as well when you go away. And United fans have I think, an unfair reputation. But there's always that thing, you have to queue for ages. The authorities often treat you like dirt, yeah. It can be a bit of a shambles getting into the ground. You're just waiting around for ages. And after the game's bad enough, but before the game, when you're trying to get in there, it's just horrible.
Yeah. Captain Steak Bake says, I approve the steak bake. Of course. Ryan Pitt says, Gaucho is the best. 2-0 to us. Up the paddock. Come on. Just looking at the United side there. This little midfield, Ugarte and Casemiro. I think this is the third game in a row we're seeing it now.
Yeah.
What have you made of it, Ronaldo?
I think Casemiro's played really, really well recently.
Yeah.
I think he's found himself a little bit. He's gone, obviously, you look at Ugarte and Casemiro, it's two defensive-minded midfielders for sure. So on the face of it does look pretty pragmatic, which is what you probably would expect coming up against quote-unquote elite European opposition.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's been okay. I think Ugarte's probably struggled a little bit recently. I think some of his weaknesses have started to come to the fore a little bit more. Mm-hmm. And there's been a growing pattern of Amorim subbing him off when we're needing to chase the game or needing to score goals, which probably makes sense. He just isn't that type of player. But I think still in games like these, you would expect him to play because of his legs and his tenacity and his ability to kind of disrupt opposition that have quality.
And half the time, well, not half the time, it's not his fault that we're not goals up. We've normally had chances and missed them. and then it's him. He's the one who has to sort of make way because we're chasing games.
True, but the premise still remains the same. Of
he's the one to go.
Him, if you're a side that needs to break teams down and you're needing to be progressive, then he probably isn't.
No, he's not that kind of player, is he?
So that's more of because of something that will probably point towards the future. But obviously he's got his uses and he's got his qualities that are still quite unique in this squad because others don't have it. Probably one of our best front foot kind of pressers and defenders. But even still, you would expect him to play in a game like this when Lyon obviously do have quality in their team. I know we will probably have a little bit of mention about him. But I think I'd rather give credit to Casemiro because I think he looked down and out at one point, and I think he's been really good.
I remember spoken about how he's changed where he's played him and not asked him to push up as much and get caught in those big spaces that he gets caught in. Do you think, well, firstly, do you give Amorim credit for helping Casemiro's turnaround? Does it worry you maybe that Amorim's having to kind of sacrifice what he would want from Casemiro because he doesn't have the legs, or do you just think actually you're just getting the best out of what you've got and that's all you can do for now?
Do you know what? You got to give credit. You got to give credit to Amorim because that's what the good managers do.
Yeah.
The good managers make adaptations. They make adjustments and they platform their players to the best of what's best for them.
Yeah.
It's not always possible you can do it for all 11 players, but I think too much of modern day football now is coaches being kind of too rigid in their ideas where they don't care about whether it suits the players that they're playing or whether the players are suited to it. They just rather put square pegs in round holes, so to speak. But I think he's starting to learn that it's always about making sure that your players are put in the most comfortable situations and playing to the strengths of as many players as you can. Because if you do that, then you're more likely to get good performances.
And the good thing with Casemiro is he does have strength. He's got strong strengths. He is a good tackler. He is good. His first-time balls are good. His possession, and when he plays passes, he is a decent passer of the ball. Those things are all good.
Yeah.
It's not like he's, sometimes you put players in who, what are their strengths? Sometimes you're not particularly sure. With Casemiro, there are strengths there to be found, and it feels like we've found them at the minute. I want to talk about Lyon a little bit. Let's go through their line. Don't forget that up on the screen as well, Ethan. We've got Perry, Maitland-Niles.
Do you remember him? Do you remember all the Arsenal fans used to go on about him all
they've done that
the
with
time?
1,000 players. Literally 1,000 players.
Maitland-Niles empties his pockets, he'll find his keys, and Anthony Martial.
Yeah, and a new contract with another team.
All that?
Mata.
One Mata?
Yep. Niakate. Tagliafico. What? Is that right?
Didn't know where he was going.
Niakate?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just seemed struggle.
Did you think I was struggling a little bit? I did a bit, to be fair.
Yeah.
Akuku. There you go. Veretout.
Yeah.
I don't know how French to do it.
Veretout.
Yeah, exactly. Is it Veretout?
Veretout.
Cherki. Almada.
Yeah.
The Spanish Almada.
Nice.
I don't think he's Spanish.
Strikers looks like an easy one.
There you
got
go.
this one. Right. Tolisso, I can do that.
Yeah.
He must be the guy who's played for Bayern.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And then we've got Mikwitadze up front. See you later.
Good lad.
And then on the bench, Discomps.
You're not mentioning Cherki?
I said Cherki, didn't I?
You did say
did
Cherki,
you?
yeah.
Kumbedi. We've all had that in the past.
Hey, that one was lined up from the moment you laid your eyes on the subs bench.
You saw it.
Brilliant.
Amari, Barisic, Malebe, De Carvalho, Diarra, Kaleta Car, which I think next to Hertz and the other one, that's a rental place, isn't
Right,
it?
Kaleta
I think
Car,
I've literally rented a car from
very good.
Kaleta Car before.
You're having a right old time of this, aren't you?
enjoying
Good
it.
lad.
Yeah, I
Go on.
thought, because when he mentioned the bed one, I didn't know what he was going to say with the first name as well.
He's
You
never
definitely
sure.
don't want that on the bed.
No. Abner. Then you've got Lacazette. Does he not start for them anymore? Because he got 30 goals from that.
started the
He's
last-
got 11. He's their top scorer, isn't he?
Yeah, he must be.
Started the
is he
last
injured or
couple of
something?
games, but
He's got like 11
Nah, but
in the league.
the
Then
thing
we've
is,
got Rodriguez and Matic as well. Let me just get
but
through that.
Mikwitadze is like the almost like second star of Georgian football, though.
Behind.
So he's like an up and
Correct.
Kvara.
Yeah.
So he's an up and coming talented forward who's kind of coming to his own in the second half of the season, especially. But he's also like the second star for the Georgian national team.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a good player. He's good enough to start ahead of Lacazette anyway.
And he's an absolute laugh as well because he wears number 69. So
Yes.
we know that he's got 8-year-old humour, which is cool.
He's an absolute laugh.
He's an absolute laugh. There you go. So he's such a laugh. We just turn all the cameras off for a bit. Then we've got Jay's camera's gone. It's all good. Mika, we've got Make the Nile number 98. I don't like this. Not to be your dad or anything, as they say.
Your dad.
But I think that why don't let anyone be number 69. It's not fun.
Cherki said that when Fergie
childish.
rang him and said Andy Cole's having number 9, your number. What number do you want? And he said 69. He said Fergie just told him to fuck off and
Good. Whoever Lyon's manager should tell him to fuck off. Talk to me about Cherki, Ronnie, because you've spoken a lot about him behind the scenes.
No, I haven't.
You have.
The only thing was I've not watched him in any depth at all. Usually everything I've ever seen of Ryan Cherki's been
just turn on the train.
Turn it off and back on.
It's literally just been him doing like tricks and freestyling.
For people who don't know anything about him, what's his kind of vibe? What's the thing with him?
Creative, two-footed, extremely skillful, extremely technical. People have question marks about his off-the-ball work rate, and he's not really the quickest player in the world, but he's got all the on-ball ability you can imagine.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a match winner. He's a game changer, and he's one of the more talented under 23 players in Europe probably.
Yeah.
But people still have question marks whether he has the other intangibles to go to the next level.
But I mean, again, I'm just talking about things I've seen on Twitter because I don't watch him week in, week out. You mentioned off the ball, but isn't there supposedly like off the field issues or concerns with him as well about, his lifestyle or his friendship groups? And is he kind of one of those players where people kind of think, will the other stuff get in the way of football with him?
He's more. I think people have more question marks over his entourage and their demands, and I think that's why Lyon were so eager to, not eager, but open to selling him for what would be a cheap fee for someone of his talent, which was around 21 million.
Yeah.
It's also the fact that Lyon have got quite poor financial issues.
Yeah.
So I think they do need to sell, especially when it comes to the summer window. But I think they are behind the scene question marks about before you make an investment in him, even though he is on the pitch, he's great in terms of his ability, but it's just about off the ball work rate and whether his attitude is great in terms of contract situation and his agent, etc. But I don't know. I think that's all mostly rumours, to be fair.
Yeah, and it's one of them, innit? We're just talking about, like I said, stuff I've seen on social media and people who watch him more than I do. He's got 9 goals and 18 assists this season. Anytime you're even anywhere near 20 assists,
is that on transfer market?
Yeah,
I started using
that's
football.
fantastic.
You know why? Because transfer market includes if you've won a penalty and someone scores.
I think that's more of a valid assist than a lot of assists. Do you not think that should count?
They equate it though on that. That's why I started. When you're doing research, it skewed it for me. I was like, and I think I don't know if someone's.
Is that not an official thing then?
But there is no official thing.
Oh right.
Because it depends. Like
it's all subjective.
Like league by league, different leagues do their stats differently. Wow. There's no like FIFA sanctioned an assist is an assist. Like I don't. Some people do it that a penalty is an assist, and some people do it that it's not. Like even like own goals and stuff.
Like you get it if it's on FPL.
Assist to the person that's
on fantasy football. You get it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I don't know if they fully. If they fully give it in terms of when it comes to actual stats, because I know FootMob doesn't include that, but when you go on transfer market, it includes assists.
Yeah.
So that's kind of skewed it for me. I didn't know that. That was someone that told me, and I was like, shit, I've been doing research all wrong.
Yeah, it just depends, doesn't it, whether you want to consider that to be an assist or not. Miles with a super chat says, I've had to Google translate this, but it's Japanese for welcome back, Joe. Thank you very much, Miles. Hit the like button if you're watching. Let's get to 1,000 likes. 3,500 people watching, and we've only got 356 likes. Jay and Ronaldo are both liking the video at the minute. That's what they're doing.
Sorry.
So it's all right. You're liking the video. I've asked everyone to do it, so it only makes sense.
I actually did. I dropped it a like as soon as I came on. Always here to support, Joe.
I do. I like it every time. Danny G just says, "Come, Beddy." Thank you.
Beddy.
Varro says, "Coming over the United team." Yes, because there's plenty of people here who won't have been here before. Also, Ruben Amorim is speaking at the moment, and hopefully Harvey will be able to get some quotes from that. We've got Onana in goal, Dorgu, Yoro, Maguire, Mazraoui, Dalot, Ugarte, Casemiro, Garnacho, Fernandes and Hland. There's loads of people on there that I wanted to talk about that we haven't. I want to talk about Dorgu a little bit before we get into score predictions. We'll get into score predictions in just a minute. Bit of stick recently. I think, which game was it? I can't remember. They both blended into one because they were in the middle of the night. Either the Forest or the City game, or both. We saw a little bit of a lack of quality from Dorgu on the ball. Final third looked a little bit, well, just a bit lack of quality, wasn't it? A bit clunky, a little bit, not the kind of technical detail that you'd look for at times. Do you have any worries about Dorgu? What did you make of the criticism and the sort of the stick that he got for his performances?
No, I think you got to remember that he's only young and new coming into this side from a different league as well. It's going to take you a little while to get going, and I think he impressed with a lot of his earlier performances. I know he got sent off against Ipswich, wasn't it? That was a bit of a disaster, that game. Yeah. Was that the one where it was him and Onana had the mix-up as well? Yeah. And then he got sent off, so it wasn't a great game for him by any stretch of the imagination. Shoes off. But other than that, I've been impressed with him, and last game wasn't his best, but I'm not getting too concerned. I think we just got to be patient with some of these players, because it's not easy coming into this Manchester United team. It's not easy coming into the Premier League from Italy, and I do think he's a good player, and I do think he fits into this system, and I've seen enough to believe that we could have a player there. Obviously we've got to wait and see if it pans out, but it's too soon to go he's a bad signing, or some of the things I'd seen about him on socials were like people ready to give up on him, and I think that's insane.
What do you think, Ronnie?
I think he's good. I think I see a lot of things promising about him.
Yeah.
One thing that we've been basically begging for is increasing the kind of the physicality and the athleticism in the team. Dorgu's coming in, he's done that. He's been a bright spark. I think he's offered energy down the left.
Yeah.
He is a bit rough around the edges. He does need to improve with his quality in the final third, in his ball retention a little bit, but that could come. But I feel like because he's playing a wing back, and it's obviously a role in this team that requires a lot of you. You need to be good defensively, but you also need to basically have bordering on winger quality when you get into the final third. Because has Dorgu been an issue since he's come here defensively?
No, not remotely.
No, I feel like he's he's not been skinned by any winger he's come up against. He's been tough in his duels. Yeah. I think he's won the majority of the duels he's been involved in since he's come here. He's strong, he's athletic, and he's quick. It almost sounds counterproductive because he is a wing back, and that's what he's been brought in to do, and that's what the system requires. But I feel like if he was a left back, he'd be viewed as a little bit differently. Yeah. Because he's obviously got a lot of attacking responsibility, and he has struggled a little bit in terms of his final ball. But hopefully that does come. Because to be fair, he did find Cherki last game, and Cherki almost scored. Yeah. So he could have still got an assist.
Like we speak about this, but it's so hard to be a top level attacking player. The amount of technical ability you have to stand out as an attacker, and like you said, at times he's addressing the ball and addressing the play in areas where you want a winger or a number 10 or a striker to get the ball, and he's got to also have all the fullback qualities as well. It's so hard to be an effective attacker in the Premier League that a lot of players, like look at Anthony, he can't even use his right foot at the top level or even close to it. And he is an attacker for a European side at Real Sociedad or whatever. There are plenty of Ryan Giggs. His left foot was good enough for him to play 900 games for United. His right foot wasn't as good as, mine. Yeah. But yet we expect Dorgu to be able to play. Obviously it is, you know what I mean? But he wouldn't. Ryan Giggs barely used his right foot for 950 games for Man United. And you think he's someone that is a world-class attacker. Well? So Dorgu's got to be great defensively.
Did he hop?
But yeah, he did. He basically hopped around. This is what you expect of players, and it's so hard.
Sometimes as well, when you try and stick up for him, like I said, remember when Paddock came to United, he struggled to settle in. First few games, especially the debut, was terrible, and it took him a little while. And they spoke about the overlap. I think Gary Neville was saying they looked at him and thought, "What's going on here? Why have we got this on?" And then people, straight away say, "You compared him to Paddy Evra." I'm not saying he's as good as him. I'm just saying that if a player of that quality can struggle coming to England in the Premier League and it can take him a while to settle, then there's every reason to believe that other players can as well and still have a successful career. So what I've seen so far, I've seen enough to be relatively impressed. I think we just got to wait. It's too early in it to truly know.
And it's a really hard position to play wing back because you want to be world class going forward and world class defensively.
Can we have a water for Ronnie, please?
He's not very well. He's been taken ill. No, he's fine. Sorry.
He's not very well.
Just the first.
He just wants to drink water.
It was like
I'm just the thirsty.
Like something. He needs this water quick, otherwise.
No, because Ronnie don't like asking for things. He feels like because he's socialist like me.
I'm just.
So instead, you got to get him to
It feels like he's.
That's even more.
It feels like
just a thirsty boy, Joe.
He's ordering people
first.
about him. He's not about. He doesn't like them ones.
Rami Helmy.
Pull out your water in my face like that.
Look at you now, showing off.
Oh, what's this? Me here with ample amounts of water.
Cherry.
Flavoured water, sugar free.
Yes,
so
please.
so many shambolic. Is that cherry?
It's cherry
it's
flavour.
Cherry flavoured water.
It's a new one. Tastes like lipstick.
Cherries.
Can't imagine it.
Rami Helmy says,
How do you know
the
that?
Paddock from Egypt. What,
How
lipstick?
do you know the lipstick
As in like lip
tastes?
balm?
He knows how lipstick tastes.
Yeah.
Kissed the 7 people.
That's, 6 if you don't include
You high-fiving him for that. I would have said more.
I've kissed 7 people. And
I would have
most
said
of
more.
them loved it. Okay. Up the Paddock from Egypt. 1-2 United.
Egypt.
Ronnie, I want to know what's this braid style is called, please. You're my hair inspo. No offence, Joe and Jay. Put a question mark after you. You absolute.
I'm not going to get
Loser.
offended by anyone saying that Ronnie's
I've noticed
hair
anytime
inspo.
now I come on camera with my hair in a
Go on,
bobble.
producer Ben, come on, son. It's your time to shine. He's just off camera there. He's all right.
Anytime that I come on camera with my hair in a bobble and braids, everyone seems to prefer it. But this is literally how I have my hair when it's a mess and it needs to be done in the next few days.
So let's say you're going to the barbers. So at the minute I'm looking at your hair, and the braids have got a little bit of a shape to them as they go back. It's not straight back. It's not zigzag. It's kind of like a organic. What do you have to ask for a specific thing?
What it is that my hairdresser does is it's actually straight back cane rolls, but she just zigs the part in slightly.
I'm saying.
So it gives the illusion.
See, it's nice.
Do you know what I mean?
It's just got enough going for it where it doesn't look too manicured in any direction.
Yeah,
looks
it
good,
still
doesn't
looks
it?
neat. Yeah, it's very good. They've done a very good job. Right, let's get some score predictions in.
Who
We've
is
got
your
1
barber?
minute till kick off.
Do you want to give him a shout out?
I always find it funny that people think it's a barber that does my hair.
What, are your hairdresser then?
Barbers trim hair, they don't braid hair.
All right, who's your hairdresser?
Marsha, shout out to Marsha.
Shout out to Marsha, the hairdresser. There you go.
Is it you go to her or she comes to you?
I go to her.
Well, people have barbers that come around to the house, don't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a barber, she's an hairdresser.
Ashton Hall, maybe.
No, not even that. I know people who aren't rich whose barber comes round.
Ice bucket in the face guy.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Mobile hairdressers is a thing.
That is a thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people, especially because you've spoken to us about how long your hair takes.
My missus used to have somebody who's come round to our house and do her hair.
That's what I'm saying.
I can't afford that.
No, it's not out there.
Flamster says Joe is a millionaire. I wish. Imagine.
If you was a millionaire, would you still do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, good lad.
I actually would. Well,
I would.
what
It's a laugh,
honestly,
innit?
what could I do that's better than this?
It's a lot.
Because there's nothing else. Is that?
It's ace. Just talk about United.
And you're not going to just do nothing all day. You got to do something. You may as well do this.
Might
and
as,
have a laugh.
might as well. Innit?
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
exactly. And also,
You might lose a bit of the fire for it. Though.
Just to clarify, yeah, probably. Just to clarify, I go to my barber as well.
Right, you've had your haircut, haven't you?
Yeah, I have a haircut, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Go
Suit shirt. Is this the shortest you've had it since I've known you?
It's probably about as short as the last time I had it cut.
Right.
But I only get it cut every 4 to 6 months.
Really?
Saving cash because I'm not rich. Right, score predictions. Ronnie, what are you saying? Talk me through it. How's it going to go? Not just the score, but build a picture for me. Weave a web.
Build a bonfire.
I think it's gonna be 1-1.
Who to?
To Lyon United.
Good stuff. Jay?
I
I did ask for you to build a picture and you literally just said 2 words. 1-1.
Well, I'll build.
There's
you a
not a word
picture.
count on picture building.
Jay, this.
Profound. Right.
Fill my-
Here's how it's going to go.
That was
this.
quite
Yeah.
profound, isn't it?
It
Yeah,
was.
there is. It's nice that.
Yeah.
I think United are going to do him today.
Yeah.
Onana is going to turn up.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
Garnacho's going to silence all the critics.
Silence.
Yeah. And Bruno's going to do what he does best.
Yeah.
Banging in free kicks.
Bang on him.
Does a picture not paint 1,000 words anyway?
Yeah, but you haven't painted a picture, have you? And you've said 2 words.
Does the description of a picture not paint 1,000 words?
A description.
Does a 2-word description of a picture not paint 1,000 words?
Does a single word in itself not paint 1,000 words?
yeah.
In a way? If you're looking at you could write a thesis on any word, couldn't you? What do you think is the most powerful word in the English language, Jay?
The most powerful?
Yes.
Nuclear.
Very good. You've gone literal with it. Respect.
Nuclear.
What do you think it is?
Probably why.
Why?
Love.
That's a letter, you dickhead. Fucking thick twat.
Lyon boos to Onana, apparently, according to Ross Murphy. Love is very nice, yeah. What about guff?
Hey, or
Fart.
or in the Fast and Furious universe, family.
Yeah, family. It's all about family, isn't it? Zubair Ahmed says 6-0. Hoyland and
That
Xerxes
gimmick's hilarious,
hat-tricks.
by the way.
What?
Just have Van Diesel. What's his name? Van Diesel.
Van Diesel.
Yeah.
Van Diesel. Yeah.
Van Diesel.
Vin
The
Diesel.
Dutch version.
Vin Diesel.
Van Diesel.
He's a Northern Irish rock
I remember
star.
him back in the day.
There's Van Morrison and Van Diesel.
He will stop a lorry with his arm and say, and someone says, "How do you do it?" He said, "Through the power of family."
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
It's an unlimited cheat code. We've got a few more score predictions here. Will Dependent says 4-2 Lyon with a sad face.
Is he a jeweler?
Will Dependent. Why?
Pendants and
Pennant. Do you mean pennant?
pendants.
Is it will dependent?
Oh yeah. Well, will dependent, isn't that like when you get your inheritance and that?
Will dependent.
Will
yeah.
dependent.
Yeah.
Should be in for a little bit of a windfall.
Have you done your will yet?
No, I need to though.
Am I going to be in it?
No. Am I in yours?
Yeah, obviously.
Am I?
Someone's got to take over them debts.
To Joe,
They don't pay
I leave
themselves.
you all my debts.
Oh, my missus paid him.
Hey, do you know,
Missus and my kids. Can't be giving them.
I owe some guy 500 grand, by the way, and I told him
Sorry.
that
Don't talk about it on air.
no, I'm being hypothetical.
Oh, sorry, go on.
In a will, and just put it in a will saying, and by the way, I told this guy that you'd pay for me. Sorry.
Yeah.
I give him your number as well.
So he's going to come round.
Yeah.
I give him your number and his address and your address,
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. Thanks.
so he knows where to collect it.
I've told him where your girlfriend
Could
works.
you do that?
No. what when you
Try and stitch
indebt to
someone
some drug lords?
Yeah,
and you
try and
say,
stitch up
"Oh,
someone
it's
you
not
don't
me,
like.
It's just me,
Yeah,
mate."
we'll get it off him.
I don't think so. No. Andy Rock says, "Did Joe any new? Oh, what? Did Joe any new interesting words on holiday? Did I learn any new interesting words? Yeah, I did actually.
Do you Duolingo it?
Did a little Duolingo, but
Go on.
I mostly just try and go for the hello, thank you, goodbye.
I don't like it, mate.
What?
I feel a bit. People say, you know, when in Rome and all that, and you should try and learn lingo. But I feel that you better off speaking English because I feel I'm just butchering their language and just almost insulting them. Do you know what I mean? It feels. I know it's.
I do know what you mean, but it's. I think it's better to try a little bit.
Do you reckon?
Yeah,
okay, fair
because
enough.
that way at least people will know that you've put the effort in.
Right.
Whereas even if you get it, because at least then if you get it wrong, if you learn a few words, you're still relying on them speaking English. So it is
Yeah.
still like, you know, they're doing you a favour, but at least you've.
Yeah. That's fair enough.
I'm sure some people think do it, but it's a different world though.
Is it?
Because do you know like cultural appropriation?
Yeah, well, I know it well.
You know it well. Like, it's not seen the same everywhere.
What do you mean?
So, for instance, when we went to Japan in Kyoto, you'd see like English people, white people, walking around with like kimonos and stuff on, and
Right.
like, sort of ceremonial robes.
Yeah.
And to me and Lizzie, we thought that looked like, what are you doing? You look like an absolute fool,
Right.
and you look like you're taking the piss.
Yeah.
But the locals don't see it like that. And there was a place in South Korea that we went, like a temple,
Yeah.
where if you wear their kind of ceremonial silk kind of robes,
Yeah.
you get in for free.
That's meant.
Whereas if you don't, you have to pay.
How much do you have to pay?
Probably less than it costs to rent one of these absolutely like extravagant
okay.
gowns.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like in England, certain cultures, if you wore an outfit to look like them,
Yeah.
it would feel like you were being insulting.
Go on, Diogo.
But I don't think they see it like that. So it's interesting. Would you wear it?
What, a kimono?
Yeah, walking around the street.
I'd feel a bit of an nana.
That's what I mean. Yeah. But I think that some people see it as like, as in like with the language, you're trying to ingratiate yourself, and they like it.
That's the weird thing, isn't it? Over here, we haven't got anything like that.
No.
What would they be wearing? Where you go? Why is he dressed?
Cover
well?
yourself in batter and deep
Yeah.
fry yourself. Or something.
Yeah. Like you dressed as a beefeater.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. There isn't a thing.
there isn't a thing where you go, why is he dressed like that? Or
I
why
think
is she
our
dressed
culture
like
as well is having lots of different cultures.
that? Yeah, that's true.
Like a lot of places, they still wear the old school clothing or whatever for different events. But there isn't a version of that for us.
No, there isn't.
Like put on your traditional English clothes for special day at school.
What
that
is
isn't
that?
a thing.
Yeah. It's nothing, is it?
No.
It's probably a tattoo of the football club you support on your calf.
Yeah, probably. Oh!
Fuck it.
Was that a save?
No, it was kicked out by that.
Was it? I thought that was an unbelievable save. Was it Tolisso? Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, I thought he'd saved it, the keeper.
No, it's the Tolisso, yeah, the
Corentin
clearance.
Tolisso's name, isn't it?
I feel like we were linked to him like 4 years ago.
He was at Lyon. Bayern bought him from Lyon, didn't they? And then he's gone back there. Am I getting that right? Is their captain now? I'm almost certain he was at Lyon before Bayern bought him. Yeah, he was. Played 116 games, league games, and then went to Bayern and for
I feel like we're a bigger side than these.
Went to Bayern 5 years, won 5 titles or something, and then went back to Lyon.
Did.
Yeah, cheers.
This is right on Maguire's head. Is it Casemiro? Because he always finds a way.
Casemiro's amazing at getting his head on stuff, innit?
Yeah, he is. Good start there from United, looking dangerous, energised.
That's a terrible corner.
First man. Dorgu. Whoa! Oh, that's alright. He hit that.
Fine.
Not quite enough. I think Mazraoui's looked really good last few weeks. Dorgu there.
Oh,
Frankfurt. Ekitike's got one for Frankfurt against Tottenham. 6 minutes
one
in.
of the flavours of the season.
When he banked, was it him that scored an hat-trick the other week for the under-21s? Was that am I getting it completely fucking wrong?
People keen on Ekitike.
Yeah, was it against England, wasn't it? Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
He's playing all right. Strikers or attackers generally, it's so subjective, and it's so luck of the draw, or maybe not luck of the draw, but scouting and detail is so important, because there's so many strikers who score loads of goals one season or for one team, but never replicate it anywhere else.
Oh, that's short, that pass.
Like Delap, I like more from what I've seen of him than his actual goal scoring numbers. Like, he looks like a good player to me.
Boy.
Yeah, that's old school as well, man.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you used to, man, back in the day, you'd be like, yeah, when you played against certain players, you'd think, oh, I fucking hate playing against him, or when United play against him or whatever, and he's a bit of an handful, isn't he?
He's a bit of a nasty bastard as well.
Don't mind it.
Which annoys me when we're playing against him, but I think if he's on your side...
Because as I was saying on the preview, United fans generally judge a player not off the other 36 games that they've played in the Premier League season, just off the 2 that they played against us.
That's it. That's the be all and end all. That's it for you.
It's the same way. Like a striker can have a player could have two really good games against us, be average in the rest, but they'll be convinced that he's a great player because of that.
Yeah. Who's the ultimate player that isn't very good, but we think he's good because he's played well against us? Do you know what I mean?
I remember when we were linked with Jack Rodwell and he scored against us at Goodison.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, oh, we've got to get him.
Yeah,
got to get him. Because we were linked with him and then he scored.
Yeah.
And he was about 20 at the time and everyone was like, oh, get him. And then thankfully we didn't because he was shite.
Danny Murphy.
I think
Danny Murphy scored. Yeah.
Was it Jack Rodwell or Rodwell?
Sorry? Jack Rodwell.
Yeah.
Was he not actually decent, but he
was, to be fair. He went to City, didn't he?
He was just injured for like 2 years.
He went to City, didn't do anything, was injured loads. Then he went, do you remember, he was part of that Sunderland documentary because they wanted to sell him. He was on big money at Sunderland and he wasn't playing because he was injured.
Yeah.
And they'd done a thing where they wanted to just get him off the wages and he refused to go.
Yeah.
So
he was really talented and meant to be really good at Everton, but then never really did it. But yeah, he was someone that played well against us.
Trying to think of
Danny
other
Murphy's
players. Danny Murphy's a good one because he scored like 3 winners against us, didn't he? Remember when I know he wasn't that bad, but wasn't it David Bentley who scored a hat trick against us?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
He was like fucking unreal, and he was all right. He retired, didn't he, at 29?
Did
he?
He
had enough, didn't he? I'd rather not play than carry on playing for Spurs.
Sake.
Well done there, Delop.
I saw a video of him the other day, actually, David Bentley. People speculating about his...
Ryan Cherki finding him there, innit?
Mental. Oh, substances.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
But it's all just... No one knows, do they?
Yeah. Trying to think, have you got another one? Is there anyone that stands out for you?
Someone said Jon Arne Riise. He was a bit of a pain in the arse. Morten Gamps Pedersen.
Dirk Kuyt.
Dirk Kuyt used to play well.
He was more of a dickhead though than a good player against us, I thought.
Yeah.
He was all right.
Fucking hat-trick against us.
Yeah, but he was like...
always turned up.
I think he scored. It felt like Dirk Kuyt scored every time he played against us.
I just remember him when the Evra Suarez thing kicked off. It was him that was shit stirring, wasn't it?
Yeah. Craig Bellamy, that's a good one. I always felt like he was dangerous, even though overall he wasn't that good.
I didn't mind Craig Bellamy. Everyone hated him. I didn't mind him.
A bit of a knobhead, though.
Yeah, but I don't mind knobheads like that. Do you know what I mean? Like who are proper knobheads. Not none of this. Let's be like, I'm going to send a nasty tweet. He was like a proper. Didn't he twat one of his teammates with a golf?
I don't think Craig Bellamy was like a bad player though, was he?
No, that's what I mean. I'm like, do you remember when all the John Terry thing popped off and he was getting involved in that? So yeah, I quite liked Craig Bellamy as well.
Like there was
some lads I know saw him in Vegas and gave him shit, and he ran across the road to fight him.
Do you know if in my younger watching days, you know who for Chelsea I always thought played well against us? But he's obviously actually a good player. I feel like he never played badly when he played us.
Oh,
Joe Cole.
I never liked
He scored like in 2007. He got that goal when he that more or less ended the title race.
That's our ball.
Goal kick.
Yep.
He was weird, Joe Cole, though, because I've never seen a player who was as hyped as he was when he was a kid.
Oh, is that yes?
Everyone was talking about him. Fergie apparently was always going on about him.
Like Jack Wilshere and that.
Yeah, he was the golden boy of golden boys. Remember when Rio was saying like they all went to watch him train and everything, so everyone was always raving about him.
And he was obviously very good, but he wasn't.
Were we talking about him like he had a bad career?
He wasn't that good. He wasn't.
I think
he was
the way he was hyped.
Very good.
There's a touch of like. I think Foden's a similar thing in that very good player and having a good career, but then they were hyped like they're going to be the greatest English player ever. Yeah. And I think that's obviously unfair because how often can you live up to that? But that is how it was being. You know what I mean? Like from the age of like 15, people going, "This kid is going to be the new Gaza," which is what everyone says, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's just like, come on. Even with Rooney, people would do like. There's people that think Rooney didn't do some of the things he should have done. Yet he won everything and was United's top scorer and England's top scorer when he retired. It was unbelievable. Insane.
I think, and we know he was very sacrificial with like the way he played sometimes. Yeah. Positions, and obviously,
good point.
Ronaldo's prime as well.
Yeah. I'd have Rooney. Of anyone now, I'd probably have Rooney in this team. I always think that. Any team in the world, you could put Rooney in at any time and he'd work and he'd be one of the best players. It's just like...
I think Rooney's so unlucky with those two injuries in particular. 2004 injury and the 2010 injury.
Yeah.
Metatarsal thing.
Yeah, I think if he doesn't do those two things, I think he wins the Euros and I think he wins the Champions League with him as the main man. I'd fucking die on that hill.
I agree.
One was his metatarsal, yeah, was the other one his metatarsal, was it his ankle? I can't remember. The one in Bayern Munich away.
Yeah.
Which fucks our season, by the way.
Yeah, it did.
Some things you just never get over. You know, like... I saw it the other day, like the Aaron Robin goal at Old Trafford for Bayern Munich, you know, like flashbacks, and I'm like, fuck off.
Oh,
it's a bit...
it's kind of
bendy-wendy, isn't it?
Devil finger. Did you watch that?
What?
Yeah, I don't think you would have done. Was it Stupid? It was called Devil Finger.
What's it about?
It's like a kid's sketch TV show.
What was it?
Yeah. And Bendy Wendy was
bit too new for me.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. What era was it when you were kids?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what out of my comfort zone.
What would the alternate? When would you have been into it? When you were a kid, probably. Yeah.
No, because some kids shows
now.
I've got children, you see.
Yeah.
So my kids are aged from 14 to 8. So if there's something that was like a kids show 10 years ago, I might have seen it because my daughter was watching it.
Was Stupid still knocking about then? King Stupid?
So, no. Like when my lad was little baby, he used to love In the Night Garden. That's what I remember. And obviously when I was a kid, we didn't really have
I've never seen this show, but In the Night Garden sounds like... Do you know one of those books that
fucking hell, they're bopping it here,
it sells like 10 million copies.
Leonov genuinely right.
Women.
Joe,
and it's like a little bit saucy.
If you got like, I don't know, half a pint of LSD and just necked it, you'd write In the Night Garden.
Really?
Yeah. It's mental.
In the Lady Garden.
It's off its head.
Is it?
Yeah. Iggle Piggle and Macca and all that. I don't know what is going on.
Iggle Piggle?
Yeah.
The Tom...
Yeah.
Andrew to Ben watches it.
Hey?
How young's he?
5 Tom Laboos, 4 Tom Laboos, 3 Tom Laboos, 1.
I like a bit of Bluey occasionally.
Bluey.
Bit of Bluey.
Bluey's big in the game, isn't he?
Yeah, he loves it. Every episode's only 8 minutes as well, so
Nice.
you can just chill out on one of them.
Last 10 minutes, bro. We cannot get a touch. They're
Yeah.
bopping it round us like we're
That's why we're not
there.
talking about it. Lyon looking sharp. We're looking shit. Oh, they won the ball back
There you
That
go.
was good.
Now
keep
it's time.
saying stuff like that.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
to
terrible.
jinx him.
Lenny Yoro can't. He's not good enough to play a good ball up to Dorgu here. Oh, he is. He's done
There
it.
you go.
It's funny how Joe agrees, and he's like the biggest non-believer in jinxes and energies.
Do you
and
believe in all
karmas
that?
and
You don't?
what's what's the whole like word for all that?
Hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Hoo-ha.
It's just hoo-ha, innit?
What, like
Astrology,
jinxes?
like star signs, lucky shoes. I put this sock on before that one. 4-leaf clovers. Don't say that. You'll jinx it.
Angel numbers.
Yeah, all just absolute garbage. I think. Oh no, don't not watching penalties. That kind of stuff. Do you know just stuff where it's like unless you're physically affecting it, I just don't think you can affect things. Personally,
It's
if
Have
it
you
makes
never
you
heard of the
feel
butterfly
better.
effect though?
Yeah, but for instance, if you put a horseshoe in your bag that day or not, what difference can it make on whether you hit the baseball out for a home run? Do you know what I mean? Realistically, what
But
butterfly?
anything you do that changes by a second or even a minute
Yeah.
can affect things in
I'm
the
not saying
future.
it, but
So that just might affect your swing by a little something.
yeah, but why would it necessarily affect it in a helpful way?
Well, it's just a psychological thing
Go
innit, as
on.
well. Like,
But-
Go on.
oh, that's a terrible shot.
Shocking shot that was bad.
That was on his
That's
left
the sort
as
of
well.
thing where if you
Was that on his left.
that's the sort of thing where
Dorgu here does really well.
Yeah, he does.
that's
Gets his head up, cuts it back here for
It's a bit of
Rasmus
a bob- It's a
Hland.
bit of a bobbler, but
No, mate,
no,
it's
just a bad shot. You
it's
got to
awful.
get a good strike.
professional at United.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
I'm not lying to you. That's one of those where I can't criticise that, because if you criticise that attempt, someone will say you've got an agenda.
I think you can criticise.
I think you can criticise what is a terrible shot by one of our striker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's an agenda to say that was fucking terrible. You can still get behind Rasmus Hland and think he's a decent player and think that was shite.
Yeah, it was poor, and we've not had much of the ball, and that would have helped.
Just got zero confidence as he Rasmus Hland at the minute. I thought Leicester game might be, or hoped it'd be a turning point, but I know it's only early days, but fucking come on.
Question for you then, Jay.
What's up?
Back to the look and jinx and all
yeah,
that.
I get your point.
If a Wales fan watching Wales in the Euros
yeah.
and he puts on his lucky pants,
Yeah.
oh, where's my lucky pants? I can't find them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to wear them today.
Yeah.
You don't think that has any bearing on whether Wales win or lose, do you?
Probably not.
Right. It could, maybe,
But
though.
it might do.
Really?
Do you know what's weird? The thing is, what's difficult about this is these things can obviously have always been in existence and probably always will be, because they can't be disproved.
No. They
There's
can't.
this
You
things that-
you
there's
can't
things that
say
you could
it's
do
Wales didn't win because
that
you're
have
shorts.
such a domino effect that you just don't know. Even like,
But
I don't know.
Some bloke wearing a pair of pants 2,000 miles away or not.
Well, that's the whole essence of like the butterfly effects, isn't it? Like,
No, that's not.
But you don't know for sure. That's
Yeah.
why they can just argue, saying, "How do you
No,
know?"
I don't know for sure, but in the same way that when you pick something up, if I let go,
Yeah.
is it going to drop? I don't know for sure that it is, but I'm almost certain that it is. There's no reason to think anything other than
Sometimes,
this is going to
right,
fall.
fans'
Wait, I
actions
think that's a bit
can
different.
affect games.
I don't.
Like,
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Certain fans doing certain things can affect games.
Matthew Simmons
sure.
cost United a double. Like, that is provably true.
Talk us through that.
Matthew Simmons racially abused Eric Cantona. So Eric Cantona had a word with him at Sellers Park, told him to sort his head out and stop being so rude.
Yeah.
And then Eric Cantona disgracefully got banned from football for the rest of the season and being the next one.
Yeah, but that's something that you've altered the movements and actions of a footballer playing football. So of course that has an effect.
Yeah.
But like someone like crossing their fingers or turning the light on and off a couple of times because it's their lucky thing. I don't that Surely
It's just,
not.
I get this superstition. It might not even be like, this, I believe this is going to affect the game.
Yeah.
I don't think if I do that or that's when I'm
makes
watching
you
it on
feel
the telly.
better.
But I just know that my batting average when I've watched penalties is terrible. When I
Yeah.
haven't, it's good.
Okay.
I mean, it's not foolproof. I didn't watch the Villarreal ones and we lost.
We lost.
Do you know what I mean?
So for instance, like when
I didn't
someone
watch the
says-
Brighton ones and we won. Sorry.
If you're watching the game in the pub,
Yeah.
and someone says, "Oh, we'll easily win today. These are shit," and people go, "Oh, you
I
jinxed it."
didn't think it was a luck thing or a jinx thing why you didn't watch pens. I just thought it was because you were nervous.
No, it's a bit of both.
Because it can't. Because if it's not worked one time, then that just disapproves it the whole thing.
No, the one I remember, like last time I watched the penalty, or last 2 times I watched the penalty, we missed them both.
There you go.
But the
If it
thing
makes
is,
you
we've
feel
lost when you
better,
haven't
that's
watched it.
I don't have a problem with people doing these things.
Yeah.
I just think,
And I don't.
Who-
It's both. I don't like watching them either.
who do you think is overseeing this?
And
good luck,
also,
bad luck.
I will never forget in 08 when I stopped watching them.
Yeah.
They started scoring and they started missing.
Is this a god? Who's got this on their desk? Which sort of supernatural kind of is it God? Do you think, or is there a separate
It can't be
jinxy
God
god?
because God doesn't exist. That's a stupid question.
So who's overseeing this then? Who is the rule maker, the arbiter of he's jinxed it? And what if it's like United are playing Lyon now? If a Lyon fan says we'll beat these easy this shit, and all their mates go, "Oh, you've jinxed it," and a United fan does the same, whose jinx is harder than the other one, or is it an overall? Whoever's fans said it the most.
The first one.
Okay, cool.
Now with me, Bruno there with a shot.
These
just inside the box.
cutbacks are really damaging Lyon.
Now with
We're
me,
getting good
going
space
back to
there.
Ronnie's point,
Sorry, go
there's
on.
an element of jinx and luck and all that, but also I do hate watching
Fucking hell,
penalties.
good
Yeah,
pullback,
fair
man. Good pullback, girl.
I don't enjoy them at all.
It was a good. Oh, it's a good block as well because that's on target as well.
Oh boy.
Just a good
The,
block.
the cutbacks have been really hurting Lyon. We've had 2 or 3 of
When
them.
we were just constantly getting done by cutbacks
last season.
Fucking hell,
It's
bro.
horrendous, wasn't it?
Like every goal was a carbon copy of the last.
Yeah, it was. It was around Christmas, wasn't it? Go on.
You timed that well. Jesus Christ.
Go on, Dorgu. That's good. That's really
Go
good.
on.
Oh! Who's that? Casemiro with a red kick.
Always lands
Yeah.
on him, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. He is. He's like one of those
hell,
blue lights in a fish and chip shop, innit? The fly's just
Mate.
attracted to him.
Fair play to him.
That's
man.
added-
I'd fully given up on Casemiro.
I think that added about
18 months ago.
I think that added 10 games to the mileage, though.
Yeah, it did.
Tank.
Landed on his back like that.
That took 10 games off his career, do you reckon?
Yeah, definitely. But you never know how many he had in the first place, do you?
That's very true.
That's life, isn't it? God bless it. Someone said if Jay wasn't watching, Bruno scores that.
It's true.
See, maybe you have to stop watching it at all. Because we've been shit for
Don't
10
think
years.
I am thunk about that one.
So, hang on a sec. How long have you been sober for?
It'll be 11 years in end of June, I think.
So
And
we've not won a
how
title
long have
since he
United
stopped
been shit
drinking.
For?
I stopped drinking in 2014. We were shit when I stopped drinking.
Yeah, but
And the
not
title, this was in the summer of 2014. So it's not like I stopped drinking when Fergie
But like
retired.
you said, we still miss penalties when you don't watch, but we just miss fewer.
Yeah.
So like
Cobby, man, I've missed him.
you know, we're pretty good until
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a correlation between me not drinking and, I mean, there might be some in it. I didn't drink for the first 12 years of my life and we didn't win a title.
I honestly think there's no causation,
Yeah.
but there definitely is a correlation.
Yeah.
Shit.
Maybe I should get back on the bed and that,
Maybe.
and we'll start winning. Oh, Onana! It's got to do better there.
Is he not offside? It's offside, that.
It's an absolute classic cross. The goalie didn't want to move for it in case someone
But
gets a
wasn't
touch.
that the guy? I think the initial guy was offside, though, wasn't he?
We don't know. There was an immediate cut to the linesman as though they think there may be a check or there may be something to look at here. But it was a classic. Who was it? We saw Onana let one like this in a few weeks ago or last season, where the ball goes all the way to the back post. He's onside.
He's on.
He's
Is it
onside.
Yoro there
Yeah.
putting everyone on?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got to do better there for me.
It's hard, isn't it? He just waits too long.
I don't think it even...
He still should have got... He gets his hands on it anyway. He still should have saved it. You knew a goal like that happened, didn't you?
Ref a little massage for...
You knew that we'd concede a goal like that after the fucking little
all
back
the
and forth.
soap opera. It was written in the stars, wasn't it?
Fuck's sake, yeah, of course it was. He just waits too long and then
1-0 match.
Yeah, he's so fucking good. He don't even play. 1-0. There you go. And it's a shit one as well. You understand why those goals go in, because keepers have to wait to see if there's a touch. But he's got long enough there because he gets a touch on the ball. He's just he needs to get more of a touch. He needs to flick it round the post, not into the inside netting. You don't even have to get much more on it. You don't need a big heavy hand on it. You just need a fingertip round the corner.
It's a fuck up that for
It
me.
is.
There's no two ways about it.
That's a mistake by Andrea now.
It is a mistake.
There's no point sugarcoating it.
We knew this would happen, didn't we? Got their first shot as well.
I just didn't want
3 shots.
him to fucking it to be an obvious error. Do you know what I mean? I didn't mind if he's like, you can see and you go, could he have done better or
It's
whatever.
the
But when
first
it's just
shot on
like
target.
an obvious error.
Yeah. Yeah, first shot on target from. Of course.
Oh, fuck off. Spurs have equalised as well.
But scored.
What, sorry?
They always score.
Said but. I said but scored for Tottenham.
I can't fucking cope with this, this. If we go out, if we're fucking not in Europa, what is the point?
Only if you're Spanish though.
Got a lot of time yet. Plenty of time.
Hell.
We've actually looked relatively dangerous so far, which is good. Not making big chances, but we've got the ball into good areas, cut the ball back to good areas.
Oh god, it's one of those what looks worse every time I watch it.
Because the thing is, he doesn't even get there late.
Oh my god, look at the replay of that!
Even get there
So
late.
bad,
He's not late.
sake,
He
man.
literally just
That
puts
is
his hands
shocking.
in the wrong place.
Keep your mouth shut, man.
He's literally just put his hands in the wrong place. He's not late. He's just wrong, isn't it? He just reads the bounce wrong because he's there. He's behind it. He just fucks it up. For God's sake! Good touch. No, it's not.
fucking
It looked
hell,
like it
controlled
was.
it for them.
Fucking hell.
They're in here. Lyon in the box.
Hold on. Good
Well
ball,
done,
Euro.
that Euro there.
It's good Euro, isn't he? I really like it.
Yeah, he's been very
Top player.
Bloody hell.
Fucking hell.
Been impressive.
Everyone trying to fuck it up and give it away here. And we have
Fuck's
done.
sake.
Maguire tried to give it away, then Euro cleans it up, then Dorgu
What
and Casemiro between them fuck it up.
Mate. Their tails are up now.
Yeah, we're
fucking hell. Be careful
struggling
there.
a bit.
I was just expecting that to go through.
I thought he might have barred it
Fucking
out.
human hologram.
Fucking hell, man.
Plenty of time.
There
Plenty
is.
of time.
There is.
2 hours of football left in the tie.
It's just so frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah. More than that, sorry. 2.5 hours. Plenty of time. Just need to get the next goal. It's annoying though, innit, when they've not made any good chances. Like they've looked decent, Lyon, but they've not made any good chances.
I think it's been
at the winning.
it was an even game.
Yeah.
Bits of play from both. I think we had a couple of great half.
No, man, that's sloppy. That. Come on.
Yeah.
Like they've had more possession, but we've done more with our possession. And then just something like that goes in, and we're so bad at scoring as it is. We're going to struggle. They're keeping the ball well as well. And we're not playing with such a high line as we did against City. The other day we kept our defence really high up and won the ball back, but against these,
Fucking hell, man.
Dallo's about to get fucking
hell,
luckily
man.
it's only a yellow. Dives in late there. It's not a red, but it's just stupid.
It is
it's
stupid,
like, what are
man.
you doing? What are you trying to do there? It's just such a shit tackle, isn't it?
Oh man, it's dumb.
It's just so late.
He's fine, man. He's fine.
Yeah, he is. Right, let's
What's the chat
get
saying?
in the comments, yeah.
He's on Onana again.
Jay Finley says, stupid tackle. Dallo is a lemon. Yeah, a lot of people talking about the goalkeeper, of course. Just poor, innit? It's just very poor. We've got some super chats. Steve Doyle says, put him in the bin. Liam Senior, season ticket for over a decade. Then in 2013, I gave up my ticket and moved to the northeast. Fergie went 4 days later. I'm the jinx. So there you go. So you don't have to get back on the beer.
See, and you see what he said? Like, you can't disprove what he said
No, I can't.
until we win the title.
Yeah.
I can't. But there's lots, it's almost impossible to disprove anything, which I guess is, where people fill those gaps with what they want. Juan Martinez says, Ronnie, anything declared without evidence can also be rejected without evidence. Interesting. You can't prove Bigfoot doesn't exist, but you need to prove that he does.
True.
If you state it, you need to prove it.
Yeah, go on, Rasmus.
Did all right to get the shot away, to be fair, but
Interesting.
just a bit clunky, innit?
Fair enough, though.
Getting the shot away
Worth
at
getting a
least.
shot off, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Elliot says, we can only sign Ekitike to hear the Stretford end sing it to the tune of Chiquitita.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll take that. Conor O'Reilly says, worst striker and keeper we've had in 30 years. I would disagree, but not far off.
I mean,
Igalo? Wout Weghorst?
Tim Howard,
I don't know.
Roy Carroll?
I think like
Roy Carroll?
Sahibi was worse, wasn't
yeah, but he was never really
he?
like.
I mean, he only played 3 games.
Yeah,
Roy Carroll?
yeah, I would say so.
I don't know, maybe.
It's different. Goalies aren't. Being a goalkeeper is completely different now to what it was 25 years ago. Goalies used to have about 15 touches a game, and half of them were saves, and the other half were goal kicks.
I couldn't be doing with Thomas Kuszak, mate.
Oh, Kuszak.
Fucking
Yeah, you weren't great him.
No. Whereas now, goalies are having 25 to 30 passes a game, and, you have to be able to do all that, don't you? So, but yeah, I don't know. And also, the other thing we have to remember is, we've been one of the best teams in Europe for most of those 30 years.
What about
so the competition is pretty high.
What about the short spell of Dubravka?
Yeah,
Last
that was
season.
very good.
I thought he was horrendous, like, for the 2 games he played.
One of the game at Old Trafford where he got a clean sheet was one of the most bizarre performances I've ever seen by
It was
anyone.
terrible.
Where he let the ball go under his foot,
Yeah.
and then when he blasted it at Wan-Bissaka for no reason whatsoever. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Basically,
And it's mad. It's mad.
That's all that matters.
I've seen him play like a couple of games for Newcastle as well, and he just looked like a perfectly fine, decent Premier League keeper. Came to
He's
United.
starting over Pope recently.
Came to United and then just looked weird. I don't know. Just don't know. I remember I've seen him play for Newcastle and thought, is this the same guy that played them 3 games?
When he was at United.
Yeah, it was.
Like that. I can't remember which game it was. There was one game in particular where he was just fucking nuts. And everyone was on him.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ, give him a chance, man.
He's not having a great game, Hland, is he?
No.
You're joking.
Tagliafico, he's been around for a while, man.
Yeah, he has. Is it Ajax, wasn't
Yeah. I
United,
think he started for Argentina for a while as well.
he? Bloody hell.
Yeah, I almost give it us a corner there.
They're not particularly good, Lyon. They're alright. They're a step up from Sociedad.
What
I'm not
are you going off
hugely
the 35
impressed.
minutes? No,
Yeah.
I think they've played some sharp football at times.
Yeah, I do as well, but I don't think... I
won't let like a couple of like one sloppy pass kind of encompass the
I'm
whole
not
performance.
I'm not doing that either.
Yeah.
But I think they've been decent, but they've not made any particularly good chances.
They
I
are
feel
like
United are able to create chances against them. I think we should be able to beat them.
They are like 6th in League One as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that United are way better
The
than them?
pass is the short one.
No. I think we should.
Yeah,
I
we
think
did.
I think we should beat them.
He's like fucking milk.
I've always thought I came
There's
into.
now wrong with him. Fuck him off. Get on with it.
I won't lie. I did come into the Lyon tie thinking that would go through.
Right, there's nothing wrong with him. Get on with
just to
it.
piss off. It's a good
Come on.
cross.
Dorgu.
Oh!
Swing and a miss, man. What's
kicked
going
out.
on here? Ugh, that's poor from Dorgu, that. Yeah, shot.
Like, he's fine.
Of course he's fine. Whatever happened?
Nothing.
That's absolutely...
Nothing happened.
What does happen? He
Wait,
bounces off the floor
Cherki's kicked
weirdly.
the ball out of play though, like as in my player's injured, but he's actually just giving us the corner.
Yeah.
Fuck him. No, fuck off. I want us to score from this corner.
Yeah, me too.
That'll be perfect. Shout.
Also, no offense, but I when you're kicking the ball out, you don't kick it out for a corner.
A corner's a weird
You
one.
kick it out
Okay,
to throw
a
it.
corner is a weird one to
You
kick
don't
out.
do
for.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
He's trying to. I think
got
he's
it.
fucking confused. Hasn't
Yeah, I think he's miscontrolled it or had a bad pass there.
I think he's done like trying to kick it out because of an injured thing, but he's done it like he's picked a weird choice.
Yeah, you don't kick out for a
he? He
corner.
was trying to mither fucking Bruno Fernandes about it. I told him to jog on.
Rightly so.
Well, he didn't score from it, unfortunately, which would have been so funny.
Bruno, bloody hell. Oh, he's got it.
That's a fucking goal kick.
Andy Raff with the super chat says, "Love the Japanese Patreon Sloppy Joe's vids." Thank you. So,
The what?
Japanese Patreon Sloppy Joe's vid.
All right, okay.
So, it's a super chat.
What, you did a Patreon vid when you was in Japan for Sloppy Joe's?
Yeah.
Very nice.
I'm lucky I did some vids for Paddock as well, because you'd be fuming.
Yeah, I would.
I did
say
3
anything 'cause you
times
did.
more videos for
'Cause
Paddock
you did.
than I did for Sloppy Joe.
Sorry, that's acceptable.
Is that alright?
Yeah, it's good, man.
It's
It's
a fair
fine.
ratio, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't moan because I didn't even expect you to do anything for Paddock, but you did.
You're still on to Bruno, innit?
Bore off.
Who
Maitland
is?
Niles can fuck off as well.
Yeah, and you don't kick it out for a corner. That's what everyone
Going
knows
on
that.
about.
I'm an idiot.
Get
I
on with
know
the
that.
game. Shut up.
Yeah, and also nothing came of it, so shut up. You're lucky, we'll let you off. Well done.
Do you remember that's what it all kicked off in Moscow about, didn't it?
When?
When Drogba got sent off.
Oh, yeah.
Because Tevez didn't give him back. But they did exactly the same to us like 10 minutes earlier, which is what Tevez is saying to them.
That Chelsea team loved being arseholes, though, didn't
Yeah.
they? That was part of their whole brand. Like playing the villains and that.
That was so low, by the way.
Yeah. And then he absolutely steamrolled into their fullback as well.
It was
Look at
like
this.
great playing and almost running
I
the
actually
ball
do
out.
think it didn't go out, to be fair. I don't think the whole ball went out. And there, look, bang.
Yeah, a little knee clash there.
Paul. Ooh,
yeah.
that
So
really
on that,
hurts.
innit?
That really hurts.
I'm surprised that didn't hurt Delo as
Yeah,
well.
I think it's because it's like that bit of his knee, whereas Paul. Did you ever watch that film, Paul?
Is that the one with...
Nick Frost and Simon
yeah,
Pegg?
I'm not seeing it. Is it any good? The alien one?
Yeah, it's it's fine.
Is it?
I won't recommend it,
Right, okay.
but if it's on, leave it on.
Yeah, is it funny?
Ish.
Seth Rogen's the alien, isn't he?
Yeah.
I was watching that thing on... there's a thing with him on called The Studio, I think. It's like plays the head of a studio in Hollywood. It's out now on Apple. I was watching that the other day.
Any good?
It's a bit meh. It's alright.
I feel like there's more telly being made than ever.
Yeah.
And so much of it is absolute shit. Do you know a show that I think... maybe I haven't given it enough time,
Go on.
and I'm going to get stick for this. I thought Severance was shit.
Right. I'll be honest with you. I gave up on Severance, so I can't
gave
argue
up on
with
it.
you.
I gave up on
did.
Severance after episode 1.
I think me and Lizzie watched 3 episodes.
No,
of it.
I
just
did
thought-
about 3 or 4.
I just thought, like,
I couldn't be arsed with it.
The premise is so stressful and disconcerting, and nothing is happening.
Yeah.
They just go into work and, it's a bit weird, and then I go out of work and, it's a bit weird out here as well, and then, it's a bit, all right, hurry up.
Yeah.
Just watching someone have a bit of a weird life for hours on end.
Yeah.
It's a strong premise, it's exciting, but like, come on, nothing's happening here.
I did actually fuck it off. I was with that. I watched it for about 4, maybe even 5.
You say Mobland's good, yeah?
Mobland, yeah. Steve recommended Mobland, and I watched the first episode. I was very impressed.
Yeah. Why has it got bad reviews?
I don't know.
Saying it's unoriginal and that.
Poor takes on Severance. You've got to stick it out. Do you know what? And everyone in the comments, I don't have to stick it out.
That's what everyone says, though.
Yeah,
like,
I want to watch shows that are good the whole time. That isn't too much to ask.
I think people think they're cool when they like take their time with slow burns.
Well, the thing is, to be fair though, everyone likes Severance, so I don't think I'm like. I don't think
it's had rave reviews.
Yeah, everyone loves it. So I think you're all fair enough for liking it, whatever. But I don't want to have to watch.
Fair enough for liking it.
No, I don't want to think that I'm talking down to someone who doesn't like it or who likes it. But I don't need to watch something that is a slow burn. There's so many good podcasts.
There's a bit of a heavy touch
films, TV shows, YouTube videos, music. Like, I can do all the things with my life than watch 10 hours of something because it's going to get good at some point. I'm just going to do something else.
Some shows as well, like, if you can't be asked waiting for it to get good, then fair enough. A lot of shows are like that. A lot of shows take a while to get going. I thought Breaking Bad took a while to get going.
Yeah. Well, I think, to be honest, I've been watching the news for years, and I think that's only just getting going now.
The news?
Yeah. The first few series, shit.
Nah, mate. The news
boring.
is elite.
The thing with the news is it has real ups and downs. Like, I don't know who the writers are. Yeah. I remember from like late 2001, they just thought we're just going to go mad for like 5 years.
I can't believe it.
And then for like 3 years,
I can see why they brought Donald Trump back though, because he's entertaining.
Yeah, but that's the thing. They're running out of ideas.
Yeah.
Because when I used to watch the news, it was a new president every 4 years.
Yeah.
And like they'd bring wars in if they needed something, or like someone bigger die. And now they're bringing back old characters.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's just boring, isn't it?
Fucking hell.
They haven't even had any like.
Torch Garnacho.
It's not a true story.
Well, Ben there just said it's based on a true story.
What is it?
I don't know how much of it is.
What is?
The news. Do you watch it?
No.
Have you seen it?
No.
What I would say is if you are going to start watching it, go back to the start. Because it all links. Doesn't it?
Believe it or not, I've just started watching Game of Thrones.
You're going to love that.
I'm on the season finale of season 2.
Do you like it?
It's good.
It's really good, isn't it?
That was a while about that. I think Battle of the Bastards in Game of Thrones is one of the best episodes of anything ever.
Which one's that?
Where
don't already close your ears.
Where they have the big battle and
Winterfell.
What's his name? He was the horrible guy in it.
Joffrey.
No, he was a guy with dark hair in Game of Thrones. What's his name?
Jon Snow.
No, not him. Fights the other guy.
How far forward is
season 5, I think.
So why you mention it when I said I'm watching it? I'm on season 2.
People fight.
I'm not giving anything away.
Joe, do you know this thing that happens right at the end, season 6?
Yeah.
There's nothing like it. Won't mean anything to you.
You're gonna love it at the end when.
I thought the end was
what happens
disappointing though.
When they open up that big Trafford Centre in Winterfell.
No.
It becomes a lot about town planning.
Yeah.
And it's whether they should have a footlocker.
The only
or
issue
a
is
JD.
this second half of season 2. I've been doing that thing sometimes when you're watching a series and you're kind of like you're watching it. Nah, because even though there's a lot of sex scenes to be fair, but no.
Jordan's out of the news.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not the news.
I was gonna say when you're kind of watching it 75% sometimes because you're
double screening
and you're like mentally, to be fair.
Well, they say, don't they, TV shows these days have to have second screen ability. So that's why a lot
keep
of
you like that immersed.
Just absolute written for babies.
Carnage, like 24/7, constant stimulus.
Yeah.
Going on your phones.
Well, no, because they know you are going to be on your phone.
Yeah.
So it can't be detailed and like.
Me and her were watching that.
So it's just all like
that. What's that thing you
fast-paced?
We were talking about that Unforgotten's good.
Verdi.
I've not watched Verdi yet.
That one's pretty good.
Plays for Leicester.
Yeah.
CJ McNally says, Jay, I would recommend Sopranos or The Wire for you. He's done you there, hasn't he?
Class.
Your favourites.
Yeah.
Inferno says, Joe, would you ever get Dom on a Paddock stream? Absolutely not. Doesn't know anything about football and is wild. Himanshu Bathler Says 1 a.m. in India. This game is making me more sleepy. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Almost at half time now. Bloody hell. Can't breathe. Daniel Thompson says thoughts on Arsenal beating Madrid. Mad one.
I thought he smacked him around.
Yeah.
Could have been worse if Courtois didn't play well.
It's impressive, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was
is,
an
man.
impressive performance. You got to be honest.
I'm not lying to you.
Annoying, innit?
You don't get a bigger Arsenal hater than me, and I was actually fucking
Yeah.
not in awe, but not far off of the performance.
Yeah. Salty pretzel.
And then I hated it at the end because I was like, why aren't United in these on the?
I
On
know,
these match days?
I hate that as well, because it's like those nights where they'll remember that forever. The time they battered Madrid.
Nah, that's a staple performance.
Especially if they win the tie as well. I mean, they will anyway.
Do you remember when the Scousers did
But
it?
like,
years
you
ago.
win that
5-0 to beat it. It's like, you never heard the fucking end of it.
That's probably their biggest win at the Emirates.
Yeah. Bloody hell, Mazraoui's had a fucking 5 seconds to forget there, hasn't he? Unlucky.
You know, Jesus Christ.
And then he wins it back, and then fucks it up.
Went for the takedown, innit?
The least said about that, the better.
Hip control.
Corner to Lyon. We need to not concede here. That's a shit corner at least.
Cherki going for the weak foot corner gimmick. You know, what the two-footed people do.
Yeah.
Where obviously he's two-footed, but it's like he's left-footed, obviously.
Yeah, like showing off about it.
Yeah.
It's a foul.
It's a foul.
He didn't get the ball. Who's that? He did well there, Garnacho.
Dorgu's like 2 yards offside there.
Was he?
Looked like it.
Didn't know where to go there, did he? Come on, we can't let him fucking skin everyone like that.
In trouble there.
Cherki can't be tackled.
Well done there. That was really good from Mazraoui. Bloody hell, though. See, that was a problem there. Maguire didn't press up high enough. So it was sort
Oh
of
my
between
God, he
everything.
said get off. Oh my days. That's our number 9.
It's bad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Just said get off.
pushed him over a bit. Didn't he?
You know how bad it is? Jay's usually would call for a foul for that, and he's just like,
No.
you just got bullied, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I'm embarrassed. It
was embarrassing. I was embarrassed to watch
I feel
that.
like
I got second-hand embarrassment
a
watching
bit
that.
sad about it all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
one of them.
had some chances, hasn't he? He's played a lot of games. Our strikers just can't score, can they? They're just not very good.
This is the thing, technically, right? It's like we've only got one.
Yeah.
Because Xerxes not really a striker, and Cheeto obviously isn't around, and he's still a child.
Yeah. Yeah, hurry up a bit. Well done.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a foul there. It's a booking as
foul.
well, because you can't pull someone's shirt. He needs a booking for that. He's not, is he? He's not going to, is he? He does mid in this. What the game the other day where he wasn't booking people? If you're giving a foul for it, it's a booking. You pull someone's fucking arm by, it's a yellow card.
Especially in Europe, innit?
Also,
It's meant to be.
that's all he's giving it for. There's no trip. There's no, like, you've literally given it because you pulled someone back by the arm. That's a yellow card, instantly. What's the point?
Go on. I feel like you're about to tell me something.
James,
You're still not over that, are you?
it's just the whole performance. I don't know, man.
It's
I'm
so
not
bad,
doing
isn't
the I can't be honest. I can't do us doing the pylon thing though anymore.
I know,
Jay.
this
Do you
is
know
the
what I mean?
thing. It's like
Every week we come in and say no, Holding's played bad. I can't be saying it.
Go on! Oh.
Every time.
yes, yes, Lenny Euro, yes.
Fucking hell.
Brilliant.
Probably been our best player as well, Lenny.
So there's a ball in, the goalkeeper sort of muffs it up a little bit, then it gets out to the edge of the box. Ugarte with the shot, and sort of.
Look, it might have been Delon.
in.
No, it was Ugarte.
Yeah, it is, and just a good little
good
nod
little
in the
flick.
right direction. He's clearly onside.
Lenny.
Luckily, there's loads of people playing him onside. It's a really good
nice.
flick that from Euro. Well done. And the shot itself wasn't great. Oh, it's a really good flick.
Hey.
Really good, that. Striker's goal. Well done, Lenny Euro. I love that. 1 goal in 4 matches for Euro in the Europa. Come on,
man.
Big goal that.
Needed that.
They're checking
Yeah.
it for something.
No, you can fuck off. There's no foul there.
That was one of them. There's nothing.
That's a gut punch. That
It's a really good time.
Right
to
before
start.
half time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey.
Well done. See, really, we should be 1-0 because that's a proper goal, isn't it?
Let's talk about butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If
That hadn't happened.
If we hadn't
To be fair,
put our
that isn't
lucky
even
pants
what-
on,
that's
Onana would have saved that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Have you ever had any lucky object?
I had the 1981 United white Admiral shirt
Yeah.
with the black stripes down there, and I wore that for about 3 seasons of every home game.
And did we win anything?
It was from 2000 and I think probably about maybe 2010 onwards. So we won like 2 titles during that time.
Why did you stop wearing it?
We had it in the Old Devil studio,
Yeah.
put it on the wall in the Old Devil studio because we were decorating in the new studio. And I think I left it there. I think it got like lost in the move when we moved to here. So yeah,
Lucky shit. No wonder we've not won
I
anything.
know, it's mad that, innit?
Here it is. First half is over then. 1-1. Ronaldo, talk to me about their goal to start with. We'll get through everything, obviously, but talk to me about their goal.
It's just another Andre Onana mishap in Europe, really.
Yeah.
Just soft hands, weak, flimsy, just parrying to the net, and you can't be giving goals away and making mistakes like that as a keeper in games of this jeopardy.
No.
So much is riding on it. European quarter-final, desperately wanting to win the Europa League to get into the Champions League and all of this, and you're just basically gifting goals away against decent sides. Because I came into this thinking, I know Lyon are decent, but United still are capable of beating them. I know they've been in good form, but they are hovering around 5th or 6th in League One. I don't know. They've got a couple of injuries to some of their couple of star wingers as well. I came just thinking United should believing that we'd win. I said 1-1 before it, but I thought we'd go back to Old Trafford and win there. But for me, I think it's been just relatively underwhelming. But I'm glad that we got the little gut punch just before half time from by Lenny Euro. But the goal that they scored was unforgivable by Andre Onana, and can't be having it.
No, poor stuff on it, and like I said, obviously not the first time as well. I thought the last few weeks he's looked a little bit better, a little bit less sort of flaky. I think mentally he seems quite weak. Like he gets affected by things quite severely, and this is why he has these spells and runs where he makes one mistake, and then the next thing you know, the next 6 weeks are full of mistakes.
Yeah.
Then we'll have a few games where he don't concede as many shots and they go his way, and he'll have a couple of months where he looks good again. But it's not like here and there. He has these really terrible patches, and that's indicative of someone that, when their confidence is low, their performances are bad, and especially in goal, you can't have that.
No,
it's
can't.
not a trait that is someone that sort of loses their head a little bit, for lack of a better expression. Isn't a trait you can have as a goalkeeper, especially at the top level.
No,
it worries me.
No, I'm worried as well, and you try and get behind players and you try and back them, and we do that a lot.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, I'd be very surprised if it ends up working out for Onana at United, and that's not just based on tonight. It's based on what we've been watching. I wanted this season for him to kick on last season. We've only just made a little bit of a joke about Onana in Europe. He cost us the Champions League last season. I don't mean winning it. I don't think we'd have won it if we'd have had Prime Ed, we'd have had the siren goal. But he certainly cost us our place in Europe with some of the games he had in the group stage of the Champions League. He was shocking. But then he got a little bit better, didn't he? And then towards the end of the season, was all right. Wanted to see this season him kick on, and he hasn't.
No.
He's had these spells where he was all right for a bit, then he was shocking, then he was all right for a bit, then he's shocking. And you just can't have a goalkeeper like that. You can't rely on him. And I think it makes the defenders nervous, it makes the fans nervous. You can feel it and sense it at the game as well. And it is a shame because I like him as a person. I think he's, we've spoke to him on tour and he's a decent guy. And I'd like to see it work out. Obviously, you want players to play well for Manchester United, but it's his second season now, and we're still having the same debate or questions around him.
Yeah.
How long can it continue? I think the only saving grace he's got is we've got other areas we need to improve on and need to buy players for, and we have got a limited budget, and the manager might think, I can't afford to replace the goalkeeper and get a striker and get another wing back and get another central midfielder, which I think he's going to try and do in the summer. So maybe Onana gets another season because of that. But I think it would be more because of literally limited budget rather than this manager believing in him. Because let's not forget as well, Amorim didn't buy him. He didn't know him from Ajax. He wasn't his signing.
No.
He inherited him.
Yeah, he did. Like we spoke about how good he was at the start of the season and stuff, but since then he's had 2 bad spells. Like, you know, you have to look at like you said, the body of work as a whole, and there's been 2 littered with errors and mistakes and like chunks of time where he's making a lot of mistakes.
Even that
it's not good enough.
What he was trying to do there didn't make a lot of sense to me, because I think it was the last replay they showed. It was like, even if he'd been successful in doing what he was trying to do, I think he's kind of just pushing it into trouble.
Well,
I think it was the right decision to make, because obviously you're a little bit half and half about whether a player's going to get a touch on it when it's coming on an in swinger. You've seen it happen time and time again. But once it's actually gotten to him, if you are going to parry it, you need just to parry it away from goal, away. But it's just. I don't think the decision he made was the wrong one. I just thought the execution was a shambles. That was it.
What was he like? But when he was pushing it as well, like, I don't know, I might be wrong, but like he was like pushing it into trouble rather than away from it. But then he just missed it anyway. So
he just misses it.
It's all academic, innit?
Yeah, it's like goalies. Sometimes some goalies, they'll get their hands there early and keep their hands where they are. But he's trying to do like this like swiping motion last second, and he obviously just misses it or gets his fingertips on it and doesn't. He's trying to parry it around the post, isn't he? And he just gets it completely wrong, and he gets it wrong too often. Salty Pretzel says, welcome back, Joe. Hope you had a nice trip. I did. Thank you very much. Onana has to go. He's cost us so many games between last season and this. Never learns from his clangers. Owen Sawyer Hartley says, I backed Onana so much, but he's a bit of a clown. Akash K, games like this show how inadequate we are in possession. For some reason, I have a much worse opinion on Onana after this game than before. I think that's understandable.
I mean, you might be right, so I think he might be trying to push
What was going through his head when he's parried that into the
terrible.
net then, after talking all that before the game? Do you know what I mean? It was just a bit of
We're
nonsense.
just watching the replay again, and it's one of those where he is actually trying to push it.
But he's trying to like he does like this kind of motion.
Yeah, he is.
So you have to. Thing is, if you put your hands there, obviously I'm not a goalkeeper, so let me know if I'm wrong here. But if your hands are there waiting for the ball to arrive, like when you dive, you put your hand there and dive with your hand out. Yeah. You don't dive and then stick your hand out like that. He falls and like slaps at the ball, which means not only do you have to get your hands in the right place, but you have to time that slap perfectly so that you get the ball as you. It's like he's trying to hit it like a tennis shot.
To be honest, I feel like we're even just reading too much into it and overcomplicating it. I think it's just get a stronger hand on the ball.
Yeah,
I think he's just
do something.
But I think he's
flimsy and
I think he's limiting his ability to do that, or it becomes a lot harder to do that. Because not just does he have to get where the ball is, but he has to time when his hands get there, because he's trying to like slap at it.
We were just spoiled.
I mean, I might just
for
be talking
years,
bollocks.
You don't used to see shit like that at United, and now we see it every week.
Yeah.
There's 5,000 plus people watching, so please give us a like and subscribe. Put a subscribe link there in the chat. It's a pinned comment in the chat. Give us a subscribe. We want to get to, what is it, 800,000 subscribers is the next big milestone.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's looking a bit slender now, isn't he, old Scholes there?
He's lost some weight, Paul Scholes.
Yeah, he's been on Steve House and flex doing
10Ks
every morning.
Recently. He looks like he has lost a bit of weight. I think I don't know if I said this before. I did, yeah. Danny Wild says, watch Kin, Banshee, Queen of the South.
Kin is mint. Kin is class. I'm dying for a third series.
I really enjoyed Kin.
Oh, mate,
yes.
I love it. I was gutted when one of the guys like Kin was on like Soccer Aid or something. They said when they're making the third series, and he's like, I'm
a fan of the Irish anyway.
Yeah, big fan of them.
Especially after going to Dublin.
Fan of the Irish.
Yeah.
Top.
The internet's just deleted my YouTube comments there.
Search history.
Sorry, everyone. Onana is bad doesn't mean we should have kept David De Gea. Yeah, I think
that's a fair comment, that, because it just became binary, didn't it? Like, those are the only two options in the world.
Yeah. Benjamin Matthias says, could have bet my kidney on an Onana error tonight. We all saw it coming, didn't we? Unfortunately. Clark Kent, I'm sorry, Matic is right. Come on, United, come back. Well, we did get a goal after that, which is good. Today's the game where Onana lost me. Rasmus Poor, that's sub N.
I was going to say, I'm watching Rasmus Højlund in that first half. It's become almost a bit of like more pity than being upset at him. I'm not going to lie to you, you almost pity him. even when he got shoved off the ball, then when he ran in the channels and how easy he just got brushed aside, it just feels like a bit of second-hand embarrassment, to be honest with you.
Pit is a great word, Ronnie.
Do you know what I mean?
I actually feel sorry for him.
I'm not gonna lie to you, he just looks massively out of his depth.
Yeah.
So devoid of confidence, just not at all ready, not improving anytime fast, and it's almost like cringe-worthy now every time he makes a mistake and kind of hacks at a ball or hacks at a shot, or when he's running with the ball and he just looks unsure. I think he needs a loan maybe, or if you are going to keep him, if it's not that, you probably do need to cut your losses and move him on if you want to replace him with someone better. But don't know. He looks worrying.
Yeah, I think the thing is, if we sell him, we need 2 strikers. Because you can't. One of the problems that he's got is that he's the only striker, so he has to play all the time. If we sell him and we bring in Delap, and Delap has a bad run of form, he's going to have to play anyway.
That's the thing.
We need 2 strikers at least.
Like, people might think that's insane, but we're talking about this on Paddock Live every night. You're right. We should be. I think it might be the news actually. Forgive me. We should be getting 2 strikers, or we should have 2 good options. And at the minute you've got Cheeto, who's only 17 and has not scored for the first team yet. I'm not saying he won't, but he's unproven. You've got Xerxes, who's not a striker. He's a 9.5, which basically means he's one of the 10s in it, really. Yeah. And then you've got Rasmus Hland, who just... I know Ronnie was mentioning... You mentioned a few strikers earlier, Ronnie, like who've been worse than him, like Igalo and like Vegas and all that. I understand your point, but I think like... We've seen something from those players. I'm not saying he's not better than them, but you saw something from him. At the minute, I'm not seeing anything from Hland.
No.
Like, he looks... I can't remember genuinely watching a United striker and feeling sorry for them the way I'm feeling. So, you know, when like Martial wasn't scoring, or when, I don't know, Rashford wasn't scoring or whatever, I didn't really feel sorry for them.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I'd be annoyed, or I'd be like, come on, man, whatever. And now, I just feel like sad.
Yeah.
And he's only young. He's still relatively young. Hopefully, he can get going again. We need him this season to do something. He's our only striker in the Europa, so we need him to sort of turn up.
Yeah,
because we can't just rely on Bruno Fernandes all the fucking time for goals.
And I don't mean, you know, his whole career at United, but I mean, he could still get a goal in this game, for instance. He could still help us win this competition. So
do you know when like it's like
rough.
when if you're a striker and like things are going badly for you, like the one thing that Hojlund's always had is that bit of physicality and things like that, and even that seems to be deserted him.
It's weird, isn't it? He uses his body weirdly.
Yeah, I don't
he's
know.
not like he never looks like he's trying to actually get the ball.
Everyone was saying that. They were saying
like,
that Derby. People, if you like, I could hear people saying it near me, like he was just backing into players and not really tussling with them properly.
Yeah,
it just seemed a bit.
And you watch like I watched this little compilation of Drogba and his hold-up play, and you think like obviously a truly world-class hold-up play kind of striker. Like I'm comparing him to one of the best, obviously, but he's you can fight your defender off, but still get the ball. The reason you're trying to fight off the defender is to get the ball. It's not to win the fight. It's not hockey. You don't take your pads off and scrap it out. You're trying to push your defender out of the way so you can get the ball. It's like Hojlund, you just think, as long as I push the defender a lot, that's my job done. The whole reason you're doing that is to get the ball down and bring your teammates in. And it's like he's forgotten that. I don't know. Maybe someone needs to actually coach him on how you do hold-up play. But it's like he wants to do one, but without actually doing the other. And I just think that at the moment, when we saw that chance there, and you know, you don't get a lot of chances anyway. When you do get them, you can't be missing them as well. Like it's just not good enough at all, is it, from Hojlund? People in the comments talk about Hojlund. Hojlund's hold-up play was better last year. I don't know why he's regressed so much. He looked like a basketball player boxing somebody out. We'll see. Now he doesn't. Samir Zulic says needs upper body training. I don't even know what it is, because I think some things, like, you don't have to be a top talent to be able to do that.
No,
like that's the sort of thing you can teach someone. That's like it is more like a set of skills that's learnable. It's your decision making and stuff like that. You should be able to learn. If you're 6'3" and quick and naturally quite strong, you should be able to use that to help your teammates out.
You know what?
He doesn't seem to be able to.
No, it's like, you remember when he came on against Arsenal with his debut, wasn't it, last season? He just looks like
what
the shadow
changes
of that former player.
What changes would you make then?
Even.
What, subs and stuff?
Yeah.
For now, I would leave it because I actually think that overall it's been quite even, and arguably United have been slightly better. I know they've had more of the ball than us, but I feel like we've had the better chances. I'd probably leave it for now, but I would be quite keen to bring Cherki on, and I'd probably bring Mount on as well. And I don't know where Mainu is in terms of fitness, but I'd bring Cherki and Mount on to start with, and maybe Mainu if he's available, or if he's actually properly ready.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would you do?
No, I was thinking Mainu and Cherki, to be honest with you. But again, you might be right about his fitness levels with Mainu. Mount's played more football recently. I know he came on against City and Forest, didn't he, I think. So Mason Mount needs to do something as well in the United shirt. Like, this could be a great opportunity for him because, this is it, innit? This is the season right here.
Yeah, we need to...
just what I'll take a result.
Take a draw now?
I think if we win at Old Trafford, we're through. I'd say that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be going to Old Trafford fucking like chasing the game or giving them something to hold on to, or not even hold on to. What worries me, you go to Old Trafford and say they've won the first leg and they score first, that's it then, the fucking game's done. Yeah. Because I guarantee that'll be heads will drop and it'll all be over.
Yeah. It's because they're beatable, man. I think they're there for the taking. It's just kind of glad they don't have their two main wingers.
Matic is warming up, did they just say?
Yeah.
Great.
Matic win off.
Fucking hell, it's written, innit?
He's definitely going to have at least one shot. We know that.
Was it Palace away when he scored that worlder?
Yeah.
Remember, he scored that worlder and United give him goal of the season. They asked him about it and he said he missed it.
Yeah. I was looking at his accolades, his honours.
Oh yeah, go on Bruno.
Wikipedia at United, and that is his only one.
What, that's his only goal?
No, that's his only accolade that he won at United.
Really?
Yeah. That's good from Ugarte. It's really good. Nice little turn as well. That's a good tackle.
I don't know if
No.
I feel like you're gonna get it there. I think if you did that tackle like 30 yards out from your goal, I think you're more likely to get away with it.
Yeah. Does really well here, Ugarte. Manufactures a bit of space, cuts it back. There's no one there. Or not quite where the player was. He's always down though, him, and he's doing my head in him. Who was it? It was a few weeks ago. I think it was a European game, where it was like the right back for someone that we played in the group stage. Every time the camera cut to like a single of someone, it was one player all game.
Oh right.
Do you remember this? Who was this? It was like someone's centre back or something, and they were just like the main character of the game. Like the camera must have cut to him like 25 times during the game. It was constant. I feel like we're getting that with this guy. Ooh. Yeah, was it Bassey? It might have been Calvin Bassey actually.
Yeah.
I think it was.
What's that?
When he had that game, because he scored, didn't he? Yeah. But also was just like an absolute rock.
Yeah.
Oh, and right. The camera cut to Calvin Bassey like 30 times.
Is this the FA Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
Joe Fairbrother says, if you can separate art from the artist, this is going to be good. Yeah. Watch People Like Us with Chris Langham. Classic Iannucci style, absolutely amazing stuff.
It's so true. Yeah.
I've seen that.
That is really good.
You
can find it on YouTube, I think, or some Daily Motion. No, it's on Amazon or something. But like, yeah, you might find it questionable watching anything with Chris Langham involved after what went down.
Yeah. What was it? A paedophile?
Yeah, he got done for downloading images and stuff. He said he was researching a role, but there was no justification for what he'd been downloading whatsoever, and he got done for it.
Yeah. Annoyed User 1 says, I haven't enjoyed the last few series of the news. They have this ridiculous... Right, we're back. Sorry about that. Hopefully that will have sorted things. We've had a little refresh and a reset there. I'll read that again because Joshua Bowater said, De Gea made 17 errors leading to goals in 12 years. Onana is at 11 and counting in less than 2 years. I don't think anyone on earth thinks Onana's been better for United than De Gea. Like, De Gea was a world-class keeper for ages at United.
I think the issue with, I don't know how many of those 17 errors were in the last year or so, but it felt like he was becoming more error-prone. Yeah. There's a time when David De Gea, you couldn't remember making any mistakes, and then, especially in some big games as well, like, quarterfinals and semi-finals where he'd make these mistakes that sort of stood out, and I just felt in finals, you look at the FA Cup final for Gundogan's second goal in particular, he just didn't seem the same David De Gea that we'd seen.
De Gea was amazing for years.
Yeah, he was.
And like world class, one of the best in the world. That spell and what he did for United is never in question really. It's just by the end he looked like he dropped off a little bit, or quite substantially, and he isn't a modern goalkeeper that we could build the next generation of team.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
The question for me isn't whether we should have got rid of David De Gea. It's whether we should have brought in Onana.
Yeah.
Because what was it? Was it 45 million for Onana? So it's not unbelievable money for a goalkeeper. It is the higher end, isn't it, for what you pay for a goalkeeper? Yeah. It's not pennies.
No, it's not.
That's soft, that.
Was it a booking for that? And the pullback on Garnacho wasn't. Discombobulate said that we need Gyökeres or Osimhen. Hojlund needs a loan. You said about a loan, didn't you? I think I could see that, to be honest. Unless some club wants to spend a lot of money on him in the summer, I could see him getting loaned out.
Barely made contact with him.
No, he made a meal out of that and he got the yellow out of it. Fucking joke.
Yeah. Miguel Garcia says, sell Onana this summer before his contract ends. We need better attackers. Crazy how toothless we look. I'm just embarrassed for Hojlund.
Did Matic come on?
No, like I said.
Alright.
For...
Oh, wow.
You know?
Who's that?
Oh, fucking hell.
Lacazette should have scored as well. Who was that?
That's that Mikatadze, the Georgian second in command.
Oh, the one who's always on in shot.
All right, little.
He does unbelievable here.
Run here.
Oh my!
Quick feet there, lad.
Quick feet.
He does really, really well there.
It's actually a bad miss. Lacazette's probably known for his finishing.
Yeah, he should have done better there. He just panics a bit with Maguire there, doesn't he? That touch, and then this little foot to foot around Garnacho. He does fantastically well there. But yeah, I think Maguire just puts Lacazette off.
Yeah, enough in it.
Yeah, because he's worried about kicking him or hurting himself. And he opens his body up, puts it wide. But that was brilliant.
He's all right then. He's all right player when he's not diving.
Yeah,
he's not diving on the floor.
Looked really good then. Benjamin Toppin said, Hojlund isn't good enough for me. You think Xerxes comes in soon? I was surprised he didn't get the start. I think he might do. Yeah. Who's that? Maguire.
Maguire. One of those hit it and gets smashed into as you've hit it once. With the size 15s.
Ooh, yeah.
Right on the end of them size 15s.
That is a painful. Was it a Megs as well? Oh no. Mazraoui really got done there, didn't he? Put your fingers in your ears, Ronnie. Nat Lord Nelson says, it's Game of Thrones stuff. Just like the Battle of the Bastards, we're being squeezed in and losing, but Mainu shall ride in like the Knights of Vale and score a hat-trick.
Oh.
There you go. Right, all good. Miguel Garcia says Matic was 100% right. Chris Thompson says Hojlund is and always was going to rely... Sorry. Hojlund, it was always going to happen, relying on such a young striker as your main man. No experience around him either. He needs bedding in with experience. Let's watch this corner. What's going on here? Oh, he's going to give a free kick in here. As soon as this ball gets whipped in, Lyon are getting a free kick.
They're not the biggest side as well, Lyon. I feel like we're bigger. Just need Bruno to get one of the deliveries right.
Yeah, make it past the first man. That's good.
Cool. Oh. Thought he was giving a free kick.
Yeah, I did. Who gets it? Oh, he's climbing all over him there. If that's the other way around, look at him. He's jumping all over Hojlund there.
6-1, half a dozen.
I don't know. I don't think it is.
I don't know what
he's falling to the floor like he's been shot.
We had this in the Europa League game, didn't we? Another corner for United. Go on. Bit deeper this time.
Yeah, right on Maguire's head.
Back in. Good touch there from Hojlund. Yoro.
I was thinking you're going to be offside there.
He thinks he was. Oh, he's having a little slash at him there. Go on, Garnacho. Well done. Shite. He did really well, and then the cross is just...
The first bit was okay, to be fair, man, but...
Little P-roller to their player.
Saw Lacazette on him and thought, you're not a fullback.
Well done.
You took Ryan Cherki off for you, so...
Did he? He didn't do much in the first half, but he had a couple of nice touches. But no one did a lot, really, did they, first half? It was a bit of a slow one. Nice little ball.
Been playing that all game, innit, that day?
He loves it, doesn't he, Maguire, that crossfield ball. The ref can't even... I don't think that was a foul. He just turns into him and then he's not there, so he falls over. Where's the foul? It's not a foul, is it?
No, it's not.
Their player tries to fall into Dorgu, and Dorgu runs out of the way and he falls over. It does mad in that. Callum Ridings, if Rasmus Hojlund broke into my house with a pistol, I'd make him a cup of tea and ask him how the fuck he missed that chance, knowing full well I'm safe. That's sad, isn't it? Ebba Castaneda says, United need a ball-playing midfielder since Carrick left. My manager's failed because that position hasn't been filled. Love the content, lads. Thank you very much. From Mexico. Or there's a Mexican flag at the end of what he said, so I assume it's from Mexico. Cheers. Would you take Michael Carrick in this team now?
That's the most stupid question anyone's ever asked.
No, what I'm saying is...
He's got to be one of the most desired...
Would Michael Carrick get into this team?
He'd get into this team now. As a 46-year-old or whatever.
Oh, sorry, I assume that's what he meant.
Yeah.
I
think he'd do a job for us.
Yeah.
He's got to be one of the most desired footballer profiles,
skill sets,
isn't it?
Yeah.
For modern day.
He was 10 years before his time, Carrick. You know.
Yeah.
His ball playing and his quick passing and his positioning. His position is one of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was.
It was unbelievable. Yeah. He is like a sort of Rodri kind of Busquets-ish sort of mould, isn't he?
Yeah.
And people used to have a go at him because he wasn't as all
like,
action, physical,
I remember
nasty.
people like when him and Hargreaves played that season together.
Yeah.
More people loved the Hargreaves because of the way he played.
Because you see him do more. He's like getting stuck in.
Yeah.
Carrick's not going to do that, but Carrick stops the opposition scoring and is just immaculate on the ball all the time. We're almost there with the press, but we're not quite.
Yeah, it's just always almost there, isn't it?
Yeah. Just can't quite get close enough. Like, look, they've got through it now and there's space for them. But no one was ever actually properly challenging any of those tackles.
It's just all like...
It's like all nearly...
Pretend pressing, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit. It's kind of half press. Lyon just a bit of a dribble at the edge of the box. Same guy again. Go on. Yeah, that's a good ball, that. It's a really good ball. Just hold it up a bit. Bring players in. Well done. I feel like United could get a goal soon. Not because we look like we're going to, but the game's in that kind of like it's all slowed down a bit for the last few minutes. If we can turn it on, I think we'll be able to find space. Because Lyon just seemed to have slowed up a little bit. Go on. If we lift it by 10%, we'll get a goal.
Yeah.
It's all gone a bit static, isn't it?
Big half an hour though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's
Go on,
good.
Lenny.
Euro.
Shoot then.
It's it.
Hit!
Oh!
Kiddo.
Not far off.
I knew he wouldn't. You know what I knew he'd score because there was so much hesitation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I'm not sure.
He thought he only shot them when he absolutely had to,
to,
didn't he? It's not that bad a shot, but if it's not on target, it doesn't matter, does it? He's just getting a bit bolder and a bit more confident and a bit more of a sort of skip in his step in the last few weeks, Yoro.
Yeah.
I'm liking what I'm seeing from him. He's growing and improving, which is
it's a good
really
job,
good.
innit, really? Because
Yeah,
the injuries we've got as well and where we're at, we need him
Yeah.
to do what he's doing.
That's a shit pass. Win that. Well done. Just... Hold on. Come on! We can do this.
Yeah, you're right. This is it now. Big half an hour.
Yeah, it is.
Put the tie to bed.
Here you go.
They
Xerxes
are.
is about to come on.
Josh is on.
You think straight swap for Hland?
I'd expect so.
I'd say so.
It's not really been happening for him, has it?
No.
I think that's a bit of an understatement.
Yeah. Come on, well done. Well done, this is good.
Go on, Garnacho.
bit.
Go on,
Well
son.
done, Nacho. What you got? Find someone. Good defending.
Like he just always gets caught up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because really, you want the pace to be able to
Yeah.
knock it across the centre back or the full back, whoever he is, and get it again on the other side of it. But he had to stay outside of him because he didn't quite have that extra yard. Haaland's come off for Xerxes. He sort of takes it in turns, doesn't he? He'll give like Hland 4 games in a row.
Yeah.
Then he'll not inexplicably because no one's scoring, but like then he'll just swap it for some reason to Xerxes. Then he won't score for 4 games. Then he brings Hland back in. Like Haaland's had the last 3 games.
If you hammer him, you just leave him a goal scorers.
Yeah. No matter what you do, they're not scoring. And they've got another chance to counter attack here, Lyon.
Not gonna.
Dorgu did well there. Yeah, they're not like you said, Ronnie, they're not a particularly big, sort of quick team, are they? Oh, fucking hell.
Fucking hell, man.
Why isn't Onana not got that?
I thought he shouted him now. He said
I think it looked like it's Maguire not listening to him.
Yeah, it's probably just like, fuck that.
Yeah, he should have left it for him there. Come on. Who's currently 5th in the Premier League? Because there's going to be 5 teams in the Champions League. Are you 5th currently?
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking hell, man.
That's a terrible finish.
The mighty Newcastle.
Oh, he does this. It's an awful shot, that, isn't it? He's got such, like, the ball doesn't roll far enough from him. He can't swing on it properly. But that's a terrible shot. Luckily for us, because he's skinned. Who was it he skinned there? Maguire? Mazraoui.
Mazraoui.
So Newcastle, Chelsea, Forest, Arsenal, Liverpool, the top 5. Obviously, United trying to get the 6th Champions League spot. It would be great if we got Champions League and City didn't, wouldn't it?
That'd be amazing.
How good would that be? I was saying before about the game, it's open for someone to just turn it up a bit and get a goal.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Lyon are the ones that have stepped up in the last 5 minutes. Not good enough from United. We just look really slow and tired, don't we? Another too many touches in our box at the minute. Too many touches in our box for Lyon. They're going to get a clean shot away at some point.
What a touch. Just a little spell for Lyon here, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is. Worrying. Because any time anyone scores against us, I worry and wonder how we're going to get one back. And sometimes we do, but too often we just haven't got the goals, have we?
No.
We haven't got the firepower to keep getting back into games. If we concede more than one, we're probably going to lose. We need to get the next one here. Or at least defend better. We can't offer nothing going forward and let them have the ball in our box and make chances. Well done, Bruno.
Good running.
Throw into United. 10 yards from there. Corner flag. He's got no one on here, Dorgu. He's done well there. No one in the middle to pass to at all. Well done. Throw in. Same place again. In Fairness 25 said, if you guys could choose 3 signings for next season, who would they be? Love the channel and Sloppy Joes, thank you. What are you thinking? 3 signings for next season, Ronnie?
Are we doing realistic?
Yeah, let's say realistic or semi-realistic. You can't have Mbappe and Rodri and that, but it doesn't have to be shit plays for 20 million. You can go somewhere in the middle.
Get that ball off the pitch, man.
If I was being just completely unrealistic, I'd be like Belabor, Olsen or Delap, and Brian and Bremo.
Do you think that is completely unrealistic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's probably about 200 M's.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it is. What do you think Mbeumo would cost? 60 million? Hasn't they got a release clause? 60 million. 60 odd.
Yeah, maybe.
Delap's going to be 30 or 40. Don't know.
30.
Yeah.
Probably he's got 30 because they're getting relegated.
Yeah.
They are getting relegated. Really.
Yeah. So unless Belabor's 120 million, we've got half a chance of getting them 3. Who would you have, Jay?
Yeah, like realistically, I'd like us to get 2 strikers if possible.
So soft.
For fuck's sake.
I thought it just looked too
So
obvious from
soft.
Harry, man. I don't think he was discreet enough. Go on, Euro.
Well done. Who's that? Oh, half a job. Fucking win the ball back and then lose it straight away.
Yeah.
Sorry, who are you getting then, Jay?
Sorry.
3 signings.
Maybe, I don't know, it probably is a bit unrealistic that you could get someone like, I don't know, Wharton or someone like that in midfield. I think he costs loads of money and we haven't got any. But I definitely think you could get 2 strikers. You could get like Delap and Osimhen or Delap.
I think you could get Delap and Osimhen.
Yeah.
I do think you could get both.
Oh, fuck off.
Fucking hell.
Fuck's sake.
Too many touches in our box at the moment. Right, we've got a 3 on 2 here.
Make the right
Do the right
This
thing.
is it, Garnacho. What are you doing here, son?
It's not a good pass.
Pass. You got to fucking watch what the run's being made.
Well, that was shit, that.
He's looked at Bruno, then just looked down and passed it, and in the meantime, Bruno's checked back to try and make a bit of space. You just knew that would come to nothing, didn't you?
At least they should have at least got a shot. It's fucking bad from Garnacho.
Garnacho going for the I'm passing it to you to know that I'm gonna, so you have to pass it me back.
One of them 1-2s.
Yeah.
The Martial classic. Just pass it slightly behind him so they can't shoot first time, and they have to give it you back. God, that's annoying. That. We've got 3 players there, and this is the problem with United's attack, and it's not just Garnacho, it happened to be him on this occasion. Too often, you can have 3 players on the break, and you're not even confident we'll get a shot away, let alone score. Yeah. There were times that was fucking Ronaldo, Tevez and Rooney doing that.
Oh, he scored so many breakaways like that with them too. Yeah,
we've got like a 70% chance of scoring
harsh
this,
compared
let alone,
to
but it is, but you've got, alright then, compare it to, even look at Villa yesterday. They've got more danger and more, they've got Rodgers and Rashford, who obviously is a United player. You've got McGinn, you've got people who can do that job. Even fucking Forest, you would trust them in a counter-attack like that more than you trust our front line. Let alone back it back to the good old days. It's just not good enough, is it? And so often, there's a reason why we've scored so few goals this season. It's not just coincidence, it's not the manager's tactics or, it's that our attackers aren't good enough.
Foul? Played. Just weren't a good passing to Bruno. Like.
No, it wasn't.
Shine.
Fucking hell.
Free kick.
Should have replied to that one saying chill. Someone replied saying he needs shooting. It's not that deep, but come on.
He's shooting.
It's just the game.
Like, man needs assassinating after that. Like, come on.
JFK.
After missing that shot.
After that bad pass.
Come on.
Come on, Bruno Fernandes.
It's all on you again.
Yeah, yet again, we are relying on Bruno. Fucking hell, that is shit.
You give a foul away as well. Someone give a foul away in there.
It was Bruno's fault that they fouled him. Yeah, Mason Mount coming on.
You reckon he comes on for? Ugarte, I reckon.
Don't know. Does it matter?
Always takes Ugarte off when we need to. We need to try and win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop Bruno back. Put Mount on. I just want to see Mount get into the game. Like, actually have some touches for once.
Yeah, no, man.
Too often he comes on and it's like just another bloke running about. I know I said this before and this is ridiculous. Dye your hair blonde or something, because he looks too much like everyone else. And I watch him play for 30 minutes and go, did Mason Mount even get on the ball today? Like from the top down, Bruno, Ugarte, Garnacho, when he's got brown hair, Dallo, they're all the fucking same thing. At least Bruno's he scores goals and he does stuff so you can see. I know that's such a stupid thing to say, but Mount, he just doesn't stand out at all.
Ooh, bloody hell.
I think...
Mate, I'm so nervous for round Onana, you know, I don't like it at all.
I hope he's alright.
Big in the game now. Go on, son.
That was better. See, that was quite good. Showed a bit of effort.
Nah, man. The thing with Mount is as well, I don't think he's not lazy, right? He tries. He's just just not happening for him at all. And if it is going to happen for him, then this is the fucking time for it to do it, because this composition is our last hope.
Yeah. That's a good ball. Although it's curling out. Yeah.
Bendy Wendy.
Bendy Wendy again, wasn't it?
Wendy.
How are Spurs getting on? Is it still 1-0? And Rangers, is it Rangers Bilbao? How are they doing?
I've just scored this second, 1-0.
1-0 Bilbao. They've down to 10 men, aren't they, Rangers?
Yeah.
Great. Corner to Lyon.
Lyon have looked the more likely this second half, though, innit?
They've been better than us.
We're just
playing better football.
Toothless as well as up front. It's fucking now happening.
Yeah, we are.
Even when we got in dangerous positions, you think,
You know,
he was doing anything for us.
isn't it?
Yeah, he was the one who's gonna.
Gum Shield FC.
Do you know what I mean? It is, isn't it? It's like
I don't know that doesn't work, does it?
gum shield, dentures and that.
Dentures more bigger teeth, though, innit?
No.
What?
Dentures aren't necessarily bigger teeth, are they?
What are they? Just like false teeth and that.
Just false teeth.
But Gum Shield's like covering the teeth, innit?
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
Another word for toothless FC.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dentures. Dentures works.
Because it's to replace the fact that
Yeah,
you have
you've got
no
no
teeth.
Yeah, you've got any teeth, have
Or
you?
teeth
You need
even.
dentures. Yeah.
There you go. Got to clear that out.
Gum Job FC.
Gum Job FC. What? Gum Job FC.
Teething FC.
That sounds
Yeah,
a bit. That sounds a bit much. That.
It does sound a bit much actually, doesn't it?
Don't think we need that.
Now I read it back.
Oh, fuck off!
Gum Job. Apologies. Ooh. Right. Come on now. Say Bruno's doing his best. What have you three got?
Bad touch there.
Oh man. Fucking hell.
No, he's got no chance there.
Can't just lose it every fucking
Mate.
time.
Such a shit touch.
Make goals happen at some point.
He's so unthreatening in those situations.
I know,
So
man.
annoying that. Like, what are you doing on the pitch? We're meant to be trying to score goals to win games. It just doesn't ever happen, does it?
You just...
And you know it's not going to.
No, man,
and again, It doesn't matter which one of them it falls to. You know they're going to run into trouble or put the ball where no one is. Or if the ball gets in the middle, the shot's not very good. Fucking hell. That should be dangerous, that. Goalie could go home for them.
Fuck's sake.
And we give them a fucking chance at the other end.
He's asking where are you? Good.
Ooh, well done, Mason. Be onside. Why are you offside?
On my charge.
Don't get sent off, will you? Tagliafico's completely lost his head here. It's all kicking off here.
I don't mind it. At least we'll remember he played.
Yeah. He's definitely on. He's definitely playing. Tagliafico, you could see his face there. Completely lost his head.
Nothing wrong with that. Wait, was that a foul? Okay, no.
I think it's just dancing a bit, doesn't it? Oh, is he gonna? He's gonna go.
Do you not see the way that Lacazette had Mount though?
I know.
I didn't like that, and Mount's just allowing it.
What do you want him to do?
At least slap his hand away or something. You can't just have enough.
I'd do the opposite. I'd drop into the shirt so he pulls my shirt off.
You cannot have another man
and I'd have no shirt on
like
for
that
now.
on national TV.
International telly as well.
I don't know.
He's gone bookings all round, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Refs love bookings all round. It's the favourite, isn't it?
I feel like they love when you get to do this after a flashpoint, innit? They can go,
Let's do a little bookings all round. You get a yellow. You get a yellow. It doesn't matter what actually happened. It's literally just, I'm going to sort this by dishing out 2 bookings.
Come on, man. This game is actually there to be won if we had something up front, which we don't.
Don't mind that, man, Mount.
So forget it.
That's every game this season.
Isn't it? It's just like...
We actually had some good numbers.
Right, yeah. Go on, Bruno. It's all up to you, bro. You know it is.
Go on.
Yeah, you literally know that without you, we're fucked.
Get out. What a fucking hell. Have a little bit of that.
Son.
Go on! Oh, fuck's sake.
That was actually
Good
decent.
cross by Dorgu. Not a bad
Really
attempt
good
by
cross.
Garnacho.
Really good cross.
Yeah,
That was
more
all
like
good.
it.
That was good stuff.
Hey?
Great cross.
Good pick out by Dorgu.
It's a great cross, that.
Just a bit central.
Yeah.
It's
Gentle.
Either side. One of them, innit? Either side, it's a goal.
I think he'd come. I don't know.
You're doing that thing again. Are you trying to be kind again? To stop it, man. Be honest,
on the last replay,
this isn't the under-9s.
Looks like
you can be honest.
He could do better in it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh. Oh!
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I thought I was dropping in them for a second.
I thought it was like a good save, but it looked like he just needed...
Oh, he should have done better there.
Yeah, it's a bit, almost a free header, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
No one's really challenging him.
No. Yeah, Garnacho just sort of like jumps and
He's
holds
meant to
his
that
foot
Casemiro, just fucking...
Get in there.
Things. Go on, that's it. Oh.
Well, there you go. Bilbao's goal's been ruled out.
Bad
VAR
for them,
style.
Bilbao did draw. And Rangers have been down at 10 men for the last fucking 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's still 10 minutes left to go. To be fair, it is away.
Come on. S-Sun 44 says Lewandowski on the cards. Don't know. Is he saying we're going to sign him? I don't know what.
I presume so.
I don't think we will, and I don't think he will. I don't think he'd want to. He's doing quite well at Barca this season. Scored loads of goals in the Champions League.
I think that sort of move would only happen if his career was petering out. I know he's old, but he's still fucking doing well. And also, if we were Ed Woodward style, let's fucking give massive amounts of money to someone. I don't know if we're going to give like another 350k a week contracts out, which is what I think it'd take for a player that caliber.
I don't think it works at all.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he's going to want sort of...
Well, that's what I mean. That's probably going to be a sticking
at the
point
minimum, but the thing is, it's not even just about his demands. Like his stature of player, like that's probably base rate anyway, and he's going to want more.
Osimhen?
Yeah.
Do you think he deserves that?
Oh, he's just fuck off.
He's a world-class striker, isn't he?
Get up.
Yeah. But he's playing on loan in Turkey, which obviously I know there's a lot that's led to that point, but he's not. It's not like he's banging goals in for Bayern Munich and we're trying to buy him. His career is in an unusual position.
He's banging goals in for
Victor and Kobe coming on.
He's banging goals in for Galatasaray, almost like a goal a game.
Yeah.
But it's not. But he's also been like the top scorer for Scudetto winning side, and he's pretty much scored 15 at least in every Serie A campaign. I know it's not.
Fuck off.
But the sample size.
Yeah, I think he's a good player,
and he's not going to get. You're not going to get him on less than 250k.
Really? What do we know roughly what he's on?
Probably less than that.
Yeah,
but he's 26, going into turn 27. He wants a big contract. Yeah,
that would be maybe prohibitive, wouldn't it? If they are demanding that.
Garnacho off Mainu, is it?
This is when he starts sulking about being subbed. You can see it in his face.
He's got an Instagram post lined up, hasn't he? That's like so.
This is when he starts shaking his head.
Mainu nice to see Maguire coming off. To be fair, Maguire only played 60 minutes in the last game, didn't he? Or was it the game before? He's coming back-ish from injury, and Lindelof keeps replacing him.
Yeah.
So who's going to play? Bruno will probably get pushed back up out of the pivot then. Mainu and Cass.
I don't know. I think he'll play Mainu further forward, personally. But we'll see in a minute, won't we?
Seedorf.
At the minute, it's...
I can see it there. It's...
caught on your heels, Bruno.
Look at Lenny.
Well read. Again, that was half a tackle. We've done a few.
You've been bang on with that, Joe. Like, there's a lot of half a jobs in it. Whether it's a tackle.
There he's got.
Getting there on the press.
Yeah, almost. Or we win it and then let them get back in. That's just a concentration and work rate thing. That you need to keep going till the job's done.
Fuck me, Bruno. He's had a minute to forget, hasn't he?
Bozo period.
So what we got here? Mount and Mainu as the 10s. I can't really tell. Bruno and Mainu kind of occupying similar spaces at the minute.
It looks like
Just left Casemiro by himself.
It looks like almost like a... It almost looks like a 3-1-2.
Yeah, I think it is Mainu next to Casemiro, like you said, Ronnie. Could see Mainu back though. Come on, let's get another goal. A winner would be great, wouldn't it? That's a shit pass. Well done.
Did well there, Xerxes. Yeah. I always feel like Casemiro can score. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's got that weird thing about him, hasn't he? They've been a little bit more aggressive than us today as well.
Yeah.
But that's what Ligue 1's like. I keep telling people. Ligue 1 is probably the most like the Premier League when it comes to physicality.
Yeah. It's intense, isn't it?
And aggressive. It's not the league that everyone thinks it is, especially not these days. It's actually much better.
Shit.
Fucking hell.
They're getting way too many touches and shots inside our box, Lyon. Like, that's just ridiculous.
That's very unlike Lacazette, you know.
He's had two of them,
that used to be
hasn't
his bread and butter, like finishing from places like that.
Oh, it's not that far off, but luckily he's put it over. He scored 30 goals again for them when he's gone back there, you know.
Yeah. He's their top scorer this season. And that's him not starting week in, week out as well. Because he like rotates with that
He's just really good at playing in that league, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's a good ball. Nice. Go on, Cobby. Bit behind him. Nice. Now what? Get in the box.
Go on, Dorgu. Aye.
Oh, fuck off.
Why is no one there? playing out. He's too easy there.
Ooh, good touch.
Jav says, would you take Delap and Vardy or another free? So Delap and then a free player.
I don't know about Vardy. I know he scored a few goals for Leicester, mainly earlier on this season, but I think he's done now.
Yeah, me too. I think it looked really weird us signing him as well, because he's such a. I know he hasn't only played for them, but he's such a one-man player as far as like one team player.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And like, what is he now? Is he like 38 or something?
It's something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like we're getting to record-breaking levels of
desperation. Yeah,
signing 40-year-old strikers.
Yeah.
Well, come on, we've just got to have a little bit of pride left.
Some sort of pride.
Can't be signing Rebecca Vardy's husband. Come on, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're Team Colleen.
Yeah, sign her husband instead. Good.
Go on then, man.
Oh. Nice.
Great little head in there, lad.
Sexy.
Yes! 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 Do you know what?
Come on! Great cross from Bruno Fernandes there. Fucking hell. And Kobbie Mainoo sticking his head in to make sure we kept possession.
Yes.
Brilliant. Brilliant by both of them. Good finish as well from Xerxes. Good header. But it was Bruno's pass there is unbelievable. Brilliant. Come on. We've not deserved that at all.
Fuck off, you twats. Sorry.
That there from Mainoo.
Showing the Glazers
really
for some
good.
reason.
And this
Mainoo
cross
there.
is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'd score that. And that's not to diss Xerxes, but that cross is fucking fantastic. It's a good header as well.
Bruno's just a...
That's a fantastic
fucking
cross,
ball,
isn't it?
isn't it?
Literally, just do that and it's in. Brilliant. Oh, it's like an inch over the centre back's head, that ball. The precision on that. Oh, brilliant. Come on! Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yes.
2 goals in 10 matches.
There you go. That's what you
right
need.
there.
Hey, that's the levels.
Yeah, there's levels to this game.
Yeah. And 1 in 5 is ours.
Or 2 in 10, whatever it is.
What?
It extrapolates.
Yeah, 2 in 10, 1 in 5.
I don't know with goals if you can... I guess you can do that, I suppose. I suppose you can do that, yeah.
Or 3 in 15.
Yeah, but you haven't played 15, so that's where it falls down. That's what I was thinking.
4 in 20.
Yeah, if you played 1,000 games, you'd score...
3.
Sure. Of course. 160.
Hey, fuck off.
Nah, I don't know, a bit early for that, lads.
No.
No, it's not.
Never.
We've got no shame. And when we lose, we'll be stunned.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It's fake.
I don't even care. I'm so used to seeing us lose. I'm going to enjoy the fact that we're a goal up with a few minutes to go here. Come on. And we've not been as good.
Tottenham won, Frankfurt won
That's
full
a great
time.
result for Frankfurt.
Matic's there, didn't get off the fucking bench.
Fuck off. I like him, but
He
for
might.
this tie, I'm
alright.
sick of him.
He's okay. I've not really got a massive opinion on him, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
Could have been 2-0 though if Onana didn't decide to score for him, basically.
Yeah. But again, butterfly effect.
Exactly.
Might have lost 3-0 if he'd not let that in.
True.
It's 4D chess from Onana, isn't it?
Yeah, he knew. He knew that.
He knew. He can see everything.
Go on, fucking hell, Kobbie Mainoo!
Go on, Kobbie.
In there's something about when a player comes back from an injury with a new haircut or something, you think, oh fuck it, they're taking this seriously now. Yeah. Like occasionally someone will come back and they look a bit different. And you're like, oh my god.
I always forget how young he is, and then when he comes back with that new haircut, you think, fuck, he does look young.
Yeah, he looks about 16 again. Like if I was, do you remember when Luke Shaw came back and had a skinhead one pre-season? All of a sudden it was like all shaved.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, fuck off! Come on.
Not again.
Oh,
imagine.
He's tried the exact same thing over again there. That was like complete carbon copy.
3 in 10.
You know, man.
That fucks the maths right up then, doesn't it?
Keeps peeling out to the back post, doesn't it? Every time Bruno gets it. Is that Xerxes or is that Marouane Fellaini? Do you know what I mean?
Come on.
Right,
Score.
come on, be the hero here, Mount. This is it.
Why do we keep cutting to Harry Maguire on the bench?
Do you know what Maguire? He has one of those faces where he looks constantly like
Sad and
perplexed. Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Come on. Imagine another one. Imagine one more.
Come on, Bruno. Decent delivery, son.
Can you imagine a third?
It's not bad, actually.
For
He's
what?
fucking nothing.
For what?
What was it? Hang on. Was that a foul on the goalkeeper, did he say?
Interferons. Oh, cool replay of absolutely nothing whatsoever. Well done. Win that. Well done.
Ooh.
Come on. What's happened? What happened there? Cherki looking a bit pissed off. He's been really good today, Euro.
Studied Euro there. I seen that.
Ooh, that's a booking. That hurts, that.
Yeah.
On the outside of the ankle.
Especially, they don't wear ankle pads at that level.
No.
Remember those shin pads?
Yeah. I'd wear cricket pads if it were.
Hey, the shin pads they used to have the shin pads you'd wear as a kid with the ankle protectors.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You literally can't get.
You'd go in opening at the oval, basically, and be all right.
What's the maximum? People always want smaller shin pads. What's the maximum shin pads you can have? Because if I'm a goalkeeper, I want and I can wear 6 foot
That's
wide
fucking
shin
brilliant, that.
pads, like a hockey keeper. Why wouldn't I?
Fucking hell, man.
What have you done that for? Come on. Nothing silly now. Strength.
Go on.
Pace.
Go on.
Touch.
Go on.
Pass. Who's making a run? Sorry, is he?
He's on his own.
What the fuck is going on there? Why did Lyon just let Joshua Zirkzee fucking waltz through the entire midfield? What the fuck? Have they given up? What is it? That was the maddest thing ever because we couldn't see the whole pitch because it was like a side angle. And you just saw Zirkzee like going through the whole pitch like that. Why was no one stopping him there?
That was mental, that. He just looked like... I was thinking, he's been running for a little while now. Yeah. Like, he must be getting nearer to their goal.
Just walking through the pitch like, no one even near him.
Took one in, ain't he? Probably for the best. Took a bucket, yeah.
Trevor Brooking. Cocked around this time. Shit. It's shit and all. Oh, it's so shit, it's actually...
He's so fucking lucky there.
What's happened there? That was weird. Oh, that's a good area for a cross.
Fuck's sake, no.
Good save.
Oh, fuck.
Again.
Oh.
No. Scored.
Is he not offside?
Well,
Told you he's not to.
why are you celebrating in the crowd? It's to get back to 2-2 in a two-legged tie.
Told you not to celebrate. So
What do you mean? Wasn't celebrating,
It's not our
taking
fault,
the
is
piss
it?
out of Lacazette?
it is because of what we spoke about.
It's not our fault. It's bollocks.
Is he not offside though?
I don't know. Also, should Onana not palm that straight back into the middle of the goal? If we're being honest.
Is this another menu thing? No, it's not.
Oh,
Another
Shit from
that's
Onana
shit.
again, innit?
That is fucking shite. Do you know what? Honestly.
I don't know if you can blame Onana for that one.
He's hit it
He's just
hard.
smashed at him, innit?
He smashed it at him from 10 yards out.
It looks bad from that angle.
I think it's enough of a problem that when you put it in the catalogue, it's bad. They're acting like they've just won the fucking Champions League. It's only to get it back to 2-2.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's give him a fighting chance on it. I think going into Old Trafford losing, you think now it's up for grabs.
Full time. There you go.
So annoying
United's,
that, man.
What is it? 4.5 week winless run. Most of that was an international break, to be fair, but continues. A poor night from Andrew Onana again. To be fair,
even if you don't blame him for the second one, like the first one obviously is a bit of a stinker, isn't it?
The first one's a stinker. The second one, I think he probably should do better. But slow-mo makes it look bad. When someone smacks the ball at you, professional footballer hits the ball at you from 10 yards out, it's hard to get complete control of where that ends up going, but it just feels like too often it fucking spills back into the middle of the pitch. We'll be back for the review in a few minutes. Ronnie, before we go,
punch, man. I don't know. I feel like we've drawn this game 2-2 from two Onana kind of fuck ups. It's a bit jarring. I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and say that we played great, but I think we were decent in spells. A couple of good performances as well. But I feel like Lyon were bright in some of their attacking play. You can see they have some good players and good attacking quality. But I still feel like they're there to be beaten. Do you know what I mean? This time, I think. I don't know. It's just a bit frustrating with that right at the end there. I was really, really happy with Cherki and Mainoo's cameos, by the way.
Yep.
Thought Mount even brought a bit of energy, a bit of aggro. But I don't know, man. 2-2, a draw, probably fair on the face of it, but it's just annoying the way. I feel like 2 goals. Whenever we concede, it always feels like Onana could have done better.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. We'll be back in a few minutes for the full review. We'll go through everything, both of the goals, obviously, or all 4 of the goals, I should say. And on paper, a decent result. The way it panned out, though, Jay, frustrating.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I don't want to be melodramatic, and you can question the second goal as well, but I don't know whether Amorim might even lose faith with Onana.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like, can you risk it in the second leg?
Don't know.
Or do you mind you fucking Bayern Day didn't exactly cover himself in glory, but at least at the Emirates put in a pretty decent performance. So I don't know. Maybe there's a question there. It's a big call, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Right, we're back in a few minutes to go through everything that's just gone on there. Manchester United 2, Lyon 2 into the second leg. Decent result overall, but the nature of it feels like we could have done more. We'll see in a bit.